doing that. And then I want to take long showers with you assholes.
Ain't you them kids that have been whacking off in my tool shed?
By a bunch of fargan ice holes like yourselves.
Yeah, well, listen, you ought to ditch the geeks in the car with now and get in with us, but that's all right. We'll worry about that later.
Oh, my God. There's 100 morons in my basement.
It's you, Larry.
Lollygaggers.
Lollygaggers.
Diamond dogs have struck again.
You're afraid.
No, they could be a lot worse.
Why did you kiss my ear? Why are you holding my hand? Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
4 of us wolves running around the desert together in Las Vegas looking for strippers and cocaine.
1, 2, 3, Benchwarmers!
Live from Scott's parents' basement, this is the Basement Benchwarmers Podcast.
The Basement Benchwarmers Podcast, the day after Christmas. It's actually, as Jace just informed me and Willie, Happy Boxing Day.
Oh, yeah.
To our friends to the north. So, north?
North and east.
The east.
North.
UK.
Oh, and, okay.
I think it's in Canada, too.
Canada
and UK.
Yeah.
So, that's your history. That's your not history lesson.
I think it's all the British Commonwealth.
That's your lesson in social studies today.
Do you know what Boxing Day? What it is?
Is it like Leon Spink's birthday? Yes, they celebrate it.
Great reference.
I don't know. Mike Tyson.
I'll give you a quick thing here. The name comes from a time when the rich used to box up gifts and give to the poor. Boxing Day was traditionally a day off for the servants. That's the day when they received a special Christmas box from their masters.
Oh. So in the United States, we got the one that's Fisting Day. We get it from the rich.
Okay, so real quick, there's a gift going to be here in a few minutes for you guys. I got a gift for you guys. It's a gift. You guys, I'm not going to tell you nothing else. Okay,
the gift that keeps on giving.
Anyway, so tonight it's me, Ed, Willie, and Jace sitting in. Eric is still on holiday.
Who's this?
He's celebrating Boxing Day.
Yeah.
He sent me a picture. He's actually got boxing gloves on, just standing in his yard. I don't know what he thinks it's something else.
It's nice. We should be watching the A-Team because we're all here.
Yeah.
This has got to be BA over here with the funny hair.
Yeah. We have a special guest coming tonight. Going to be filling that chair in a little bit. So, special guest. So,
dude, I hope it's Sandra Bullock.
I hope it's Bo Derek.
She's a fox. Bo Derek. Oh, my God. Oh, God, I hope it's Suzanne Summers and her Thigh Master. And she just sits the whole show just pumping it.
I'm going to tell you what, at our age, we're closer to Suzanne Summers than some of these young girls. So.
Okay, anyway, so let's do something different. We always talk about what we did the past week. We talked about the show. Instead, I mean, if you want to throw in what you did, but also tell us what you ate during the Christmas holidays, what you had to eat. So, and what you did. You can tell us what you ate. Go ahead.
Yeah, we had family over twice, and we went to a couple other places. So I've been running around. But so I've eaten everything, pretty much. I mean, I know last night we had lasagna. Tonight we had some homemade raviolis. What do we do Christmas? Oh, soups. We do soups at my house on
what kind of
Christmas
soups?
Eve.
What kind of soups?
We had split pea. We had chicken noodle, as always. Amber made a nice mushroom bisque. Mm-hmm. I made French onion.
Ooh, did you have the bread and the cheese melt on top? Yeah.
I did it with the torch.
Nice.
And I didn't have...
Jason's eating nails for his treat. So.
I didn't have sherry wine, or Marsala, so I used brandy.
Yeah, how'd it come out?
Freaking phenomenal.
Did it really?
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
It was very good.
Wisconsin onion.
Yeah, Ed's onion. Ed's old-fashioned onion soup.
There was cherries and orange mold in the bottom.
Yeah, the mullet. It was hard to mull it in there.
It's the only French onion soup served over ice.
I have to say something right now, though. It's kind of uncomfortable without Eric here. I mean, I wouldn't say uncomfortable. It's just different because Jace's hands are so much softer.
They're supple.
Yeah. So, Eric,
and it makes it look so much bigger. What does that even mean? I don't know.
Awkward.
Jace, I know what you did. But tell these guys what you did. I don't know. What'd you do special?
On Christmas I ate a lot of noodles.
Me too.
Yep.
What'd you get from Santa?
I got a new camera lens from Santa.
Knew he was gonna get that. Just knew it.
Some lights, some clothes, shoes. Yeah, and I dyed my hair blonde. Well, bleached it.
I didn't even notice.
Get in the camera a little bit. Yes, squeeze in here. There he is.
Oh, if you put his hair on top of my head, I'd look hot.
As a few people have said, where's Scooby?
Ed's gonna shave my hair off in the middle of the night, glue it onto his head.
I would. There's a lot of room. We need a bonding primer first. There's a lot of slick area up there.
So Willie, how about you?
So I went up to Door County for the weekend, and Todd and Carl up there, they always have a nice spread. We all brought a bunch of stuff, but had the Bayou shrimp. I think you guys have had that before up there.
Oh yeah.
Bayou shrimp, some meatballs, some stuffed shells, charcuterie boards, chicken wings.
Jeez.
Oh, I stopped on the way up at Cops and got a quart of the pistachio and the eggnog custard. Oh my God, that stuff is so good. But that and drank a lot. So
I haven't stopped drinking actually.
You haven't. It's been a long week of drinking.
Yeah. Starting last week of the Bear game, culminating with this past Christmas. It was a lot of drinking involved this last week. So yeah, mine was pretty simple. We had pasta. We had homemade Italian sausage, homemade meatballs. We had homemade mac and cheese.
Nice.
My mother-in-law made a baked bean recipe. It was pretty good. It was pretty decent. And my mom brought over
vegetables.
I had like a vegetable tray, and then we also had some. My sister, she tried to copy Ruth Chris's, or she did copy Ruth Chris's potato. Their ground potatoes. The recipe. They were pretty good. Very very carb heavy holiday. We went running after. Had a marathon the next day, and I didn't win.
No,
I finished though.
You did finish. Yeah,
that's a goal, right? Marathons.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people like to brag about marathons, and nobody's ever won one when I've asked.
I know, yeah.
Ever.
I ran it. I ran a marathon.
Yeah.
That's good. I sat on my couch and watched a marathon.
Yeah,
we did the same thing. We did the same exact thing, basically.
I ate the same things but I just pooped twice.
And then we made a homemade banana cream pie and a homemade Oreo cheesecake.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Oreo cheesecake.
And they both came out really well.
I'm hoping there's extra of that laying around here somewhere.
After the show.
Up in your parents' kitchen, huh?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mom, cheesecake! No. So anyway, this week's show going to be kind of all over the place. Have some fun. It's a short week for us. We're still kind of got some aches from the last show.
Is this the last show of the year?
This is the last show of the year. So goodbye to 2021. Next week will be 2022. Right?
Yeah. Whatever.
So let's get into it. We can talk about that. We'll talk about maybe our highlights of the year personally for sports. Maybe we could throw that in. I didn't even put that down, but yeah.
Former MLB star Andrew Jones has been arrested on battery charges stemming from an incident involving his wife on Christmas Day, according to an Atlanta journalism reporter.
Merry frickin' Christmas.
Must got them the wrong gift.
So also we're going to talk about...
That's the gift that keeps on giving.
Jelly.
We'll talk about today's games. Some more teams clinched some divisions, joining the Packers. Also, Willie has some dad jokes. Ed has a few little tidbits for us. We have a bunch of stuff. We don't have to talk about it all.
Right.
Let's start off with. What do you guys want to start with tonight? You guys got you guys got something you want to throw at us right away, or do you have any? What do you want to do? You guys tell me. We can start with NFL.
We could start.
Let's do a game. Let's talk about a couple games. And then once we get off a tangent, we'll talk about something. We'll talk about something that happened in the game. We talk something pops up. Whatever.
Let's free ball it.
We're gonna. I was gonna say the same thing.
I know you were.
If really free balls, it gets tangled in his feet and he falls down.
Stop talking about that.
So anyway, our first game I got here listed for today in the NFL, Ravens-Bengals. Bengals host the Ravens post-Christmas. They weren't great hosts, though. 41-21. Josh Johnson had a start for the Ravens since what was his name, the quarterback?
Huntley
COVID. Could not play, COVID, and obviously Lamar Jackson's still out. Decent game, but the Bengals proved too much. Joe Burrow, 525, 4 touchdowns. He threw a 40-yard pass, with 40 seconds left to get that. Not a fan of it at all. You're up, because you know why I'm not a fan of it? You play this team twice a year, every year. And you're not. your Bengals have a great offense. Joe Burrow has a great future. But next year when I play him, I'm going to take one late hit him for sure, and he might not get up when I hit him. If that call comes in, I just go, you know what, coach, we're going to run a draw play and go home. Because let's say Joe Burrow would have dropped back and got smashed, or T. Higgins that caught I can't remember who caught the ball, would have got hurt catching the ball. I mean, these are guys they're going to need for the playoffs. These are extra plays you don't put on people's bodies, and I just think it's nuts. So
you're such an old, stickly white guy.
I wouldn't.
Let him jump on the symbol on the 50-yard line,
and then lose
flip
by 40.
off the crowd, and
then lose by 30.
You don't know they're just having fun, Scott.
Yeah, that's what they call it nowadays.
Yeah, it's when you're stomping somebody's ass like that. And
yeah,
I've been on both sides of those. It's not fun, and you don't want to be the guy rubbing it in because it's going to come around and get you again.
The only time you rub it in is you're never going to see him again.
Yeah, and
right.
It always seems though that you do run into him again.
Yep.
One way or the other,
and they didn't forget.
No,
they never forget that.
Do not forget. Good call.
Oh.
So, Burrow, you talked about that. He's the first player to pass for 900 yards versus a single team in this season.
900 yards. 900 yards. 900. Yeah.
Boy, that's crazy.
Yeah, and the thing, hey, do me a favor, Jace. Can you go let our special guest in? Thanks. So the thing about that game,
I hope there's glitter involved in this.
I did. T. Higgins, though, we'll kind of switch to fantasy, was a fantasy heartbreaker for some and a fantasy awesome guy. Oh. He put up 40 points in a lot of leagues today or more. To a guy who has actually the last half of the season has come along, and him and Jamar Chase. And Jamar Chase numbers have kind of went down, but today him and Chase both obviously had really good games.
There are 3 wide receivers I'm looking at combined for 3 touchdowns and over 400 yards.
Yep. Oh. Our special guest is here.
Didn't see it.
Yes. You're gonna like it. You're gonna like it.
I hope that. Oh, jeez. That's that asshole that beat me today.
Oh, I forgot you guys. So Pete's here tonight, joining us.
I think we got to plug him in here.
I don't know. Check. Is the mic? He got to plug a mic in. Is the mic on? Oh, get the headphones. Oh, that's why your headphones are. We'll get them for you. You're fine.
You usually don't see, even in those big games like that, 3 wide receivers combined for that. You know, you usually see a tight end, a couple running backs.
Yeah, 500 yards, though.
It's 400 were the receivers. So, like you said, he wasn't like toning it down at the end. He was still gunning the ball down the field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your mic on? Check it. See if you can talk.
Check, baby. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
it's working almost.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Turn him down.
Burrow was a man-child today, though, because he had that one throw to Taj Boyd. It was like 76 yards, and I knew he was going to have a huge day after that.
Yeah, he looked good today, obviously. That's kind of a understatement.
He looked better than Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Hey, if these headphones are a little sticky.
Yeah.
You got paint on
them. Yeah, that's paint.
Okay. Purple. Are you good, Petey? Hold on. Let's see. Are you good? Yeah. Okay, we're good. So we're just kind of jumping around tonight. That was our first game we talked about was the Bengals being not great host today to the Ravens. Second game, big game. The Bills look like they're back on track a little bit, going and taking the AFC East back. 33-21. Josh Allen 314, 3 touchdowns. McKenzie 11 catches, 125. Mac Jones 145, no touchdowns, and Harris 10. 103 yards for 3 touchdowns. So big game. Looks like the Bills kind of have kind of like turned it around since the windy game. I think they maybe took the Patriots lightly, and I know teams don't do that with Bill Belichick. But
did you see the post game conference with Belichick?
What happened? I saw someone asked him a dumb question. I heard
hilarious. So they have this lady, and again, I'm not against women in broadcasting and sports and stuff like that. But she's this lady.
It's just like when I'm not racist, but.
But she had the audacity to ask Bill Belichick. So I'm doing this story for the newspaper or whatever, and I just need to know it's really about New Year's Eve resolutions and stuff. What's your resolution? And he literally looked dejected, and he looked at her, kind of cocked his head aside. He says, "Ask me next week. I'm just focused on the loss." Like he looked like somebody kicked his dog. Like he was ready to cry.
See, you know what? I'm kind of upset about that answer.
He did not let her have it.
Exactly. But if that was a male reporter,
he'd have cussed him out.
Yeah,
I think he would have.
You think Ditko would have put up with that?
He would have threw a gum and went, "This is your IQ, buddy."
In all honesty, I couldn't believe that.
Who asked that question?
I don't know. It was crazy. Also, in the pregame, they showed like the Buffalo Bills players, and Micah Hyde was one of them. They kind of like highlighted this before the game started about being a revenge game. But somebody had asked him, one of the beat writers said, did you feel embarrassed by the way that New England kicked the crap out of you? And he didn't say it like that, obviously, but. And then Micah Hyde and the other guy he was with both got up and walked out of the interview. So you knew it was going to be a revenge game. It was going to be a pretty, balls to the wall game. So.
Well, there was before the game I saw the same pregame thing when the reporters on our sidelines talking, and they did say the Bills after the game, the loss to Buffalo a few weeks back. It's like the team has taken a kind of different approach. It became a lot more businesslike in the building. Not that it really wasn't, but they've become a lot more focused. Which I don't know if that's good or bad. They weren't before. It doesn't seem like McDermott's a guy that lets you get off point. But I mean, it showed today. They dominated that game today, pretty much.
Who's the leading rusher for Buffalo?
Josh Allen.
Why did they not spy him all over the field then? I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
but at times they couldn't stop Singletary either, which I thought was surprising. He had his chunk.
because Pete started him against me. That's why.
But he didn't have. But Singletary did enough today.
Enough.
He wasn't Jonathan Taylor, but he was still
guy.
good enough.
Yeah,
he did his job today, and they used him correctly. Yeah,
he was the outlet guy. They just swung passes to him when there was a lot of pass.
And this may be something they saw from last game. They could get at him. They can use him in the flats, and they did a lot today. So.
I think there's a lot of teams that got exposed today. I don't think Buffalo, even though they ended up beating New England, I just don't. Something about them just doesn't ring right for me.
Did you think they dominated that game? No,
I do.
I watched it. I watched
the lines.
Parts of
they
it.
dominated the lines all day. I thought both sides of the ball. I thought
the game was close pretty much throughout.
So it's so hard right now with all the COVID and all the people that are sitting out with injuries and stuff this late in the season to know exactly how there's a ripple effect. Like I was watching the Kansas City game and they lost their center, and then the guard had to go to center and the tackle had to go to guard, and they brought another guy in off the bench. And so one injury ended up being like 3 guys or 4 positions that got impacted and stuff. And so that has obviously has an impact on the running game as well as pass protection with all the shuffling they have to do.
Do you ever remember a season? I know we got COVID and everything, where a team would be down 3 wide receivers and 2 running backs, and they had them the day before in practice, and now they're going into a game with nobody having a freaking clue what's going on out there.
Christ, you might have covered this, but New Orleans asked Drew Brees to come out of retirement as well.
And Phillip Rivers.
And Rivers. Both.
Yeah.
How dire are they?
And they
right
sent
now?
a picture on the golf. Barefoot in Hawaii.
Both of them?
Breeze did.
Breeze did, anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
Yeah, I don't.
And what would you have them do? What would the NFL do? Would they cancel games? Would they move games? They're just saying tough, deal with it. Everybody's got problems.
Just let them deal with it.
I agree
COVID
because
positive.
I
don't know.
I agree that it's just part. They've agreed to they agreed to this. The players' union agreed to this whole thing. They agreed to do this.
Well, they're getting money.
Yeah,
it's money. Yeah,
and these guys are still getting paid when they're not losing. They're not losing their checks for the game.
So I got one for you in a second.
It sucks for the fans and
that's what I'm saying.
What it sucks for. But in the long run, for all you believe, it's not for us anyway.
Well, there's two
It's
things.
about making money, and we're NFL's still going to make money.
So 2 things. Cole Beasley sat out this week because of the COVID protocols and the fact that he wouldn't comply, and he's been getting fines, and they've been getting increasing. And so this week it was $100,000. They said that he still made, after paying the $100,000, he still ended up making $251,000 to not play a game.
So let me ask you a question. You brought Cole Beasley up. I saw that article and I kind of questioned it for a second. So he's been paying fines all year for
breaking the protocols that are established in the locker rooms and in the.
For not wearing a mask.
So Aaron Rodgers'
like
first fine was $17,000 3 weeks ago, and he did it all year too. That's weird.
I don't know Aaron's situation. I just know that Cole,
I'm just saying.
Cole Beasley's been outspoken. He refuses to comply. He won't get any vaccination of any kind. He won't wear a mask. He won't stay away from
part of
people,
it's for wearing a
blah,
mask
blah,
on the
blah.
sideline. Carson Wentz wears a mask on the sideline.
Well, that's what I was
because he's
gonna
not
say.
vaccinated.
So does Cousins.
I seen Wilson pulling out at the end of the game today,
so,
too.
And Rodgers still doesn't.
Did you guys see Aaron Rodgers get interviewed by?
We were just talking.
And the hug
oh
after?
my God! What is that about? How is that okay?
I said it wouldn't happen. We were sitting here, my follow-on Peter sitting there, and they're interviewing after the game, and blah blah blah, whatever.
And they're both wearing masks.
Yeah. No, Rodgers not.
Oh, she was.
No, neither of them were.
No, neither of them
Oh, they're
were.
just keeping their distance.
They were 6 feet apart.
yeah.
They were apart.
Okay.
Interview, and you could see they showed people across, and they were all kind of far apart, and all of a sudden, after it get done, he went to high five her, and she went in for a hug, and he hugged her, and I'm like, oh.
He whispered, "Have you had the COVID yet?"
Would you like it?
No. Hey, to bring the conversation full circle, though, I mean, our fantasy league is set up right now where if you got guys, our rosters are locked. So if you got guys that are on the COVID, you can't pick up any players. I feel bad for you when I look.
I've got no running backs for 2 weeks now.
When I looked at your roster, and I thought to myself, man, I wish we'd fix that. But then the other part of me is kind of like, how do you fix it? You just don't know who you would pick.
Well, the problem is
going into game time.
you can't fix it because here's how you can't fix it. What guys would start doing then is that obviously you in our Dynasty League, it'd be a free-for-all because the problem is Dynasty is harder because then guys that aren't in the playoffs still could start grabbing guys for next year still, which they can cut guys and they don't care. I don't care if I cut Stone. I'm not keeping him, but I don't care if Ed picks that guy up and wins the championship.
Ed's got to drop Swift, and I'll just pick him up.
So
Right
see, the problem is
we could revert back to letting you get a legal lineup. And then having your players that you had to drop for COVID.
Yeah, but how's that? How's that?
It
how's
is
that
what it
fair?
is.
But how's that fair? Look at that.
I agree with you. I know. But I don't like it because I went up against Ed.
No, and I
was early in the week. You had like 3 or 4 guys out and no tight end.
Oh, I had
no running backs.
Hooper was out too, and I picked him up, so I had a backup, and he was out with COVID. So I had Hawkinson, Hooper out. I had Swift, Fournette, Carter with the Jets. He did play. So I had 6 guys out.
He played well, by the way. I was surprised.
And then I had I had to drop Carson earlier because he was on the IR and wasn't coming back. So I was down like 4 running backs going into the playoffs.
And the problem with this is, though, we didn't think it'd become like this again either.
No,
but then
we thought it'd be, But
the converse of that, my other issue.
You can only carry so many guys, and we'd have to add like
it could have
5
happened.
guys.
It could have happened to anybody.
Oh,
it could still happen.
Yeah,
I'm going to end up making it in the finals, and I'm not. There's a chance.
And 2 weeks ago, I was 4 games ahead of you in the division.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know how
it happens.
This is pure luck, man. This whole year.
It is with everything. That's how fantasy goes.
There'll be an asterisk next to it. Don't worry.
How much?
Especially if you win.
That's fine. How much you think is skill and how much you think is luck? Because somebody told me in our league.
Well, you screwed up royally today.
Potentially, I thought when
you
Kelsey
set like 60-some points on the bench.
When Kelsey went down, I didn't think that Patrick Mahomes would do very well for Kansas City. I thought they were going to struggle and they were going to run the ball the whole time. So I rolled the dice and went with the Philly quarterback, and he was bad until after halftime.
Yeah,
and then the other guy, AJ, I figured he's the only receiver there, and they can't really do too much. Why would they give him the ball? And they gave it to him like 15 times. But you're right. I very easily could have lost.
If you would have played your top lineup, you'd have been up by about 70 points on me.
But go back to my point. How much of this is skill? Fantasy, and how much of it is just pure luck? Because I was told by somebody in our league that it's 70-30. 70% skill, doing your homework, drafting the right guys, managing your team.
Yeah, in Dynasty it is.
And 30% just flat out luck that guys get the ball.
I think it's 50-50.
No, not in Dynasty because you can build your team from 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, but you still got to get stuck with the Barkleys that you get, or guys like you keep a guy like Swift.
Yeah,
he was garbage all year.
Swift?
No, not Swift.
Oh. Carson?
Metcalf. Do you have Metcalf?
Yeah, I got Metcalf.
And he was a guy that was cheap, but you relied on him to be your number one.
He was going to be my number 2.
To be the big receiver in a team for whatever you cost, $18, and you missed out on drafting guys. You're like, nope, I don't need to draft receivers. I got this guy, and that's the thing. And it is.
So
I would have if you would have offered Metcalf for a trade, I would have said, I'll take him. I'm not saying it was a bad keep.
I almost traded him before the playoffs for like a draft pick.
I'm just saying, though. You think about it, you're like, when you go down your list at the beginning, you're like, okay, I don't need a receiver. I don't need receivers. This is what I'm pinpointing, this part. You didn't even look at receiver. You're like, nope. You went after maybe one, but nothing crazy.
50-50, though?
I think it is.
No, I bet Dynasty's like 70-30, like you said, because I've got guys for 4 years.
I'll let you guess who said it.
Kevin.
Was not Kevin. I would have thought Kevin too.
No, he gets lucky.
Who do you think said it? It was Benny. Yeah, he said 70-30. Shout out to Benny, by the way. And Kevin, you're going down.
So Benny had horrible luck.
Kevin should have lost me last week. He got lucky against me because of Cooper Kupp.
Kupp had a huge game.
And of course it's all if Matt Stafford throws a touchdown on anybody else but Cooper Kupp, one other one, I win. Unbelievable. That's why it's luck.
Well, and you kind of backdoored your way in, like I backdoored my way in. You know, I really got.
I had 8 wins though.
Right, but
I had more than that.
But the way that the league stacked up, it didn't matter because there's such a logjam in both halves.
Yeah.
Ours is all like right around 7-6, 6-7, and yours is all right around 8-6, 9-5. I think.
Miyagi had 10 wins. 9 or 10.
But they got in.
He was same as me, I think.
No, got 10. He had the most wins. He had 10 wins.
But there's a lot of guys that were all lumped together and all had chances
to make it. Benny, who had the best team, didn't make it.
Yeah.
Benny he might have had the best team.
Oh, for sure.
And he didn't make it.
He had 5 top weeks where he scored, and that's. I don't think we've ever had anybody even close.
That's hard
to
to do.
5
That's
top
hard to do
weeks.
in any league.
Maybe Petey
I did.
Year.
I won that first
1 year. You had a big year.
Yeah, I hit $50 in free money.
Yeah.
$10.
I think the most I've ever won is 3, and that's a lot. I mean. There's a lot of teams when you're talking 12 guys.
It's got to fall right. It really does.
Yeah, it's.
Did this score really 21-0?
Yeah, 21-0 Cowboys.
Holy cow!
Hey, who's scoring for them?
It was Elliott, Lamb, 2 touchdown passes.
You are stacking up points
I don't
against
care.
me.
I'll take an extra.
And
10
the,
bucks
and the
anyway.
Cowboys defense scored.
I'm gonna put this out right now. PD is the Joe Burrows throwing that extra touchdown at the end.
Wait, who do you have tonight?
CD Lamb.
Yeah,
Oh, Lamb didn't score. I'm sorry. Schultz did. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. It was Schultz.
Just remember, I got to play you
apologize.
twice next year. We already know that we're in the same division again.
I don't fear anyone in fantasy.
Oh, yeah, we'll be in the same division next year.
I'm going to run it
All
up
of us
on him.
will be.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
How do you guys do?
Me and Petey have been in the
changes
same
every year?
division for like 5
Yeah.
years in a row. now.
Playoff teams go in one division, non-playoff teams go in another division.
Which
'Cause
is
it's
abundantly
dynasty.
Right, okay.
abundantly fair that way.
That's
too.
the way it should be. Yeah.
And you know what's weird is the teams that were all in the playoffs last year had way worse records than the teams that weren't,
Really?
and lower scoring.
Yeah.
Because we're beating up on each other every
Yeah,
year. That's
but still
why.
low
Because the
scoring.
defenses were good.
No. The top teams that make the playoffs.
But our scoring wasn't as high as the other division
Yeah.
either.
So it's hard to like dominate when you're
Yeah.
kind of hooking up when you're playing against people that have better teams.
And you got to figure if you were in the playoffs, you probably spent more money on a.
You just said it's harder to score when you're playing against teams.
It's harder to win. To win.
Oh.
To win.
But you're still about scoring points. I mean,
true, but your matchups every week are better because those teams that made the playoffs, in theory, should return players. So one league is much harder than the other one, even though 3 from each of them make it.
Yeah. I think
It's
we
easier to
should-
rebuild if you don't make the playoffs than it is
No,
if
I
you
think
make
ev-
the playoffs. And everybody's got a
It's hard to
decent team coming
rebuild.
back.
It's definitely hard to rebuild in Dynasty.
I'm just saying
When
in
you're a top
general,
team.
In general, I would have been okay with being in the bottom bracket next year and having a good shot at making the playoffs. Because I think Benny's going to probably run away with whoever's in the bottom,
Yeah, he's got a lot of cap space.
and he
still,
should
too.
have easier matchups. I would think.
so
Week to week.
we talked about this last week. I think about Dynasty, and the question that I brought up was, it was just about our league, but about Dynasty over because our league I don't think is the bright. I made a comment of this last week. I think it was, I don't know if it was on a show or guys talking about Dynasty. I said I will never ever pay more than $40 for a player we get in Dynasty, ever. Look at this. Look at the last 2 years.
I know. We were just talking about this before the show.
Yep. I think we talked about it on the show 2 weeks ago. Look at
Miyagi.
McCaffrey. Look at Hopkins. And I know you're looking at, you can't, yeah, but
I almost kept Hopkins at $57, and I dropped him, and somebody bought him for $58.
And I bet if you'd have kept him, you probably wouldn't have made the playoffs.
No, I wouldn't have been.
Because it would have screwed you because you would have been able to pick up guys the spots you did.
I would have had most of the same guys, pretty close. But yeah,
It would have, yeah.
it would have killed me. I wouldn't have been able to make other moves.
But do you think people will sit down and go next year when McCaffrey's out there? You think someone's going to pay $50 for McCaffrey again next year? $55
yeah, and Barkley
for a guy who hasn't played more than 8 games in 2 years?
The true test will come if whoever has them doesn't keep them, and it goes in the auction part of this.
That's what we're saying.
But I want to see where they end up because that'll set the table for the rest of the draft.
Does McCaffrey go for over $50 next year in like a dynasty like ours?
Who's got money to spend?
I'll have some.
Then yes. Then yes, he does. I
ain't keeping Metcalf.
Listen, $50 is about right in my opinion for him. I wouldn't go too much higher than that, but based on the scarcity,
But like,
of running back,
Like Saquon every year goes for like $65.
I should take that back because first year in the league, I understand when people do stuff because I believe our first or it was our second year because we had our first year keepers, and I believe Kevin overpaid for a receiver a ton, and people are like, I was dumb. I go, no, it's not because it's the best receiver there, and they got the money to spend. What are you going to do? You go,
Right. You don't want dead money sitting.
They need a receiver. I'm not saying they spend all.
It's a 1 year deal.
Yeah, so he's going, I'm going to pick this guy. Hopefully he has a good year. And if not, and I think it was like a Patriot receiver. Somebody, everybody's like, oh, and I go, actually, I'm not going to defend him too much. I'll just say it was Keith's idea. I'll give Keith credit. But to be honest, you have to do it. It's not like he had a choice between Brandon Lloyd and DeAndre Hopkins. He took Brandon Lloyd. There was no DeAndre Hopkins. And he paid like $27 for Brandon Lloyd, or whoever it was.
Yeah, it was somebody. I can't remember.
And it was like, oh my God. I'm like, it was a good pick.
What are you going to do?
Before we instituted the rookie draft, Saquon Barkley went for like $71.
And the rookie draft has to go. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. Me and
I'm hoping we keep it.
we talked about it. Me and somebody talked about it the other day. We were talking. We both hate it. It's just terrible.
It hasn't worked out because whatever, for a lot of reasons.
Mr.
It worked out
CD,
great. Hey, I got Jamar Chase. I don't care.
But when I know, so it works. But if you pull back the rookie draft and you go with market value, running backs are going to be a lot higher, and those are the guys that you can't keep after a while. They have to get recycled through, especially with the attrition. Running backs are in the league 4 to 5 years max, typically before they wear down and break down. And if you're not getting running backs early on, how the heck are you going to build your team?
I'm saying the same thing's happening with receivers now in the NFL and in fantasy.
You just got to be smart.
You got to get
know
guys that are
when-
between the third and like the fifth year, and then after that, they're garbage.
Potentially. I mean, there's some guys.
You're
that
seeing
get
almost everybody.
Some guys get a good fit. Like Thielen right now is in what year
Yeah,
6?
I mean,
or
there's
7?
a few guys. Diggs is the same way. In Buffalo. Yeah, there's a few guys.
You just got to know who the situation. Like I had an argument with somebody about trying to gauge the value of Devontae Adams, and I said because Aaron Rodgers is throwing the ball and they want to get him the ball, they're going to craft their offense and their plays around it. I think he's got more value in my mind, at least, than some of the other players. And so the way the trade was set up, it was McLaren for Devontae Adams, and the other guy said no, I don't. I think McLaren's only 40 points less than Devontae, and I'm okay with Heineke throwing the ball. Well, now Heineke's not throwing the ball, and McLaren's not really doing too much, and Devontae, they're scheming for him, and he's putting up huge numbers still. So it's kind of that trade-off. I mean, when do you think Devontae's going to hit the wall and fall over?
Is it might be next year
when he gets that contract?
Yeah, when he
when
he goes to
and to be
Seattle
honest,
or something.
And to be
next
honest,
year.
I mean, this year was low, but when his last time he played a full year? The 1 year he missed a bunch. Last year he only missed 1 or 2 games, but he hasn't played a full, which isn't a big deal at times. But
so next,
I mean,
Not
but
in
it becomes a big deal if it's right now.
Yeah. But during the whole year,
in
Well, that's
fantasy,
why I
if he
asked.
misses like week 13, 14, and 15, it's a big deal for
what,
fantasy.
And he's a free agent, so what kind of a deal can he get? 3 years max? 2?
4. He'll get a
4 year?
Oh, he'll get a 4 or 5. It's
And
what
three-
he wants.
and where's he
with a
going to go?
plus one?
He's 29.
3 with a plus 1?
And where's he going to go? Jacksonville or Carolina or
Seems like the Raiders and stuff. Always looking for guys,
18 million?
Indianapolis? Maybe
He's gonna get whatever the top receiver is, whatever
He's gonna
DeAndre
get
Hopkins
more.
make. He's getting that.
What about a 1 year deal with like 29 something like some
Receivers
crazy amount?
receivers can't at his age. He can't chance it. I don't think agent wise it'd be smart. I really don't. I mean, and Aaron Jones took a smaller deal, less money. Maybe Adams does that. Surprised I'll take less to stay here.
Again, running
that would
back
make sense
Because Jones could have got more, but doesn't make sense because Adams has more shelf life than Rodgers maybe does. We don't know.
What do you think, Willie?
And it's a big deal if they win this year.
No discount, Willie.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
No
Then
discount.
I'm like, yeah, I'm going where I'm going and making my money now.
And if they win, the Packers are
I guess
probably
it has
going
less
to
to
break
do
up
with Rodgers,
pretty much.
you know?
Well, I want to hear this Lions point of view.
I hope he goes.
Because you had Megatron. The reason I ask is because you had Megatron, and you were trying to keep him happy for a long time. And Megatron, obviously, he was the focal point of the offense. So to keep Megatron happy, he walked away. Barry Sanders walked away.
Right. It happens a lot there.
And people always say that, but it's wrong because Megatron left. He had injury problems. He had bad back and stuff. And don't get me wrong, you're right. He would have kept playing if there was a better team, but
Right.
he had a reason to leave the game. Barry Sanders, you're right, just left.
So what do you think, though, Willie?
I
Guys,
think,
I'm
like
giving you
said,
my 2
he's
weeks.
going to,
It was 2 weeks ago I gave it to you.
I think it all really hinges on Rodgers. He wants to, but they can't afford both of them. But
Are they a package duo? Is that what you're saying?
I think they are. I mean, I really do, because I think he's really
Respect.
vested into Rodgers, and likewise.
Do you think he's even
I think
80% is good without Rodgers?
I think we look at this funny because
Depends on where he goes.
Go ahead. It changes on a Super Bowl, though. Just say,
No, I'm just saying,
say
like,
the Packers win a
just say-
Super Bowl this year, then it all changes.
Just
to
say
me.
today.
Agree, but if they win a Super Bowl, then they're all 1 year deals.
Yeah,
for both
everybody's
of them.
going everywhere then.
with the player option for a second year or a third year, blah blah blah. But to your point, Willie, if he ends up in a specific team where the two of them are a package deal, somebody that's got a lot of cap room, where they could walk in and just kind of take over a little bit. I mean, what do you?
I can't see that happening.
Vegas, the Raiders.
wait, Pittsburgh.
Do they have cap money?
Roethlisberger will be gone.
They're paying
they-
T.J. Watt though a shit ton of money.
Well, they can get rid of like guys like Schuster if that works for the cap, stuff like that.
Schuster's a free agent.
Okay, so he's gone. Claypool is a rookie contract still. I mean, if you think about it, and the only thing they would have to do if I'm Rodgers for go to Pittsburgh, you better get me a couple linemen.
Right.
We
yeah.
document their line play is not very good.
Yeah, they've been getting
But you know what?
both sides of the
Najee
ball, too.
Harris, great running back when he's in the right with Aaron Rodgers. How good would Najee Harris be?
Oh my
Well,
God.
their defense got just abused today, though. They have huge problems
And you know,
on that
T.J.
side.
Watt's hurt, and they're missing the Cam Hayward's been out.
No, he played today. He
but
was
they're,
awesome.
They're missing
but
the other linebacker got hurt like a few
Tuitt,
weeks ago.
I think Tuitt.
Yeah, so they're missing.
Another guy.
They're missing pieces, and
But then the offense would, if you had an Aaron Rodgers and Devontae, you'd keep the defense off
What
the
about
field.
Carolina? What about throwing Devontae?
That's what I said.
Throw Devontae and Aaron
with
down
that
in
defense,
Carolina.
who is actually not too bad in Carolina.
I don't.
in a winnable division because maybe Brady leaves.
And McCaffrey?
Finally.
Or Atlanta. Got a great tight end. Go with Devontae.
You got a great tight end.
That's what she said.
I'm looking at the fat shirt over there, so I don't want to hear it.
That's Houston.
Houston, we have a problem.
No, but there's places to go. But it depends on.
Can you imagine somebody trying to spend $70 million on two players?
We've talked about this, and I said
what
this
is it?
in the middle of summer.
Well, Cap's going
months
up again,
ago.
though.
He's not leaving. I don't think anybody. I don't think he's leaving. I think Adams could leave without Roger, and Rogers could stay. I really believe that.
I don't know.
I really believe that.
They'd have to bring somebody in to be another focal because I don't think they have enough. By the way, MVS didn't play for the Packers because his brother. I think it's somebody death in the family, like a brother maybe. Somebody passed away like in the last week, and
I thought it was a COVID again.
No.
It was a family thing?
Yeah. I read something about it, and I thought
And he had a
that
good
might have an
game.
impact on Devontae and getting the record and all kinds of stuff because he's the deep guy that's going to take the safeties away from Devontae.
So, like I was saying earlier, do you think Devontae's that good if he leaves Rodgers? Like, say, because he's a free agent. Say he goes to Carolina. Is he 80%?
Is he a free agent though?
Yes.
Rogers, he's
Yes.
free to go.
Both of them are.
No, I thought he had one more year.
No, Rogers got one more
Rogers
year.
has one more year.
They told him at the beginning of the season that they let him walk at the end of the year.
But they have to trade him to walk. They can't just cut him because they
it's a
can't
trade.
cut him. It'd be a tap
Okay.
it. So they ain't gonna. I'm telling you right now, it's gotta be half the AFC. There's no way he's going to the NFC unless they give him. It's an AFC team.
Be
I would
careful.
never trade him to the NFC ever.
Well,
So who are we looking
Because
at?
the only chance he can beat you and hurt you
Denver
is
was always one.
Denver,
Herschel Walker deal.
Pittsburgh.
Denver, Pittsburgh.
But you get what I'm saying. Do you kind of agree with that? If you're the Packers, do you trade Rodgers to anybody in NFC? If anybody,
Never.
no.
Unless they were going to give you if it was say to maybe Philadelphia is going to give you the
No, they're not.
But they're
You're-
not.
You're
Exactly.
crazy if you don't think they'll send him to the NFC for
For
a
a
huge payday.
Yeah, if they were giving him a treasure chest, they're
Herschel
gonna take
Walker
it.
got traded from Dallas to Minnesota, and they got a boatload back, and Dallas didn't even think twice about it. San Francisco doesn't keep their number one picks ever. They trade them all away all the time.
Miami.
That could be.
Tua
That's
comes
good.
back, and then like two first-round picks.
Just Tua's out for agent contract, so you can add him to the thing and have Tua be the backup for the next 2 years and trade him. Someone will take Tua. You could probably get a second-round pick or a third-round pick or Tua back in that deal.
Send him back to Green Bay.
Oh, Tua?
Yeah. You like it? Running
I don't
around
know.
like a madman?
I'm fine with that.
I want to answer your question though about.
Me and Willie are probably fine with that.
hell yeah.
Anybody but Rodgers.
No, I'm just.
I do. I want to answer your question about Devontae. The first thing about him is he doesn't get beat at the line of scrimmage. He's able to get free releases all the time.
Yep.
And create separation. So that draws a double team. So right away that's going to help your offense because somebody else is going to be manned up, or there's going to be some kind of a combo, or somebody's going to have to be able to. It won't be there for run support. So that's the first part. The second part, when he runs patterns that are over the middle of the field as well as deep balls at times. So knowing that his diversity kind of fits your offense and that he's not like a one-trick pony that way. And then the third thing that I'd say about him is he doesn't seem to, like, on scramble drills, he seems to find open holes and ways to get open. That's where the misconnection or the movement away from Rodgers might hurt him, because the two of them, I was watching McAfee or listening to McAfee, and they said that they freelance all the time.
That's what I was going to say.
All
Throw
the
to his
time.
back shoulder and
Or there's a route and they see a coverage and they don't even no hand signal, no head nod, no eye contact. Aaron just knows that he's going to read it the same way and he's going to do a certain thing. And again, they misconnect it here and there, but a lot of their stuff is just scramble drill and get to a spot.
Well, I think the misconnected ones is the ones where you see him kind of actually go. You kind of see Rodgers almost becomes, and it's because he's so focused on that one read. You go. It's when he kind of gets in the pocket and you kind of he kind of locks onto the one coverage, and he kind of then tries to roll out and move around a little bit. When he starts getting which happy feet for him is no big deal, but he gets the happy feet. That's when I think when he's got that Devontae Adams, I got him. Oh, not what I thought we saw. Okay.
Yeah, now,
and I'll find something, but it takes him a little more. Usually, because he's real decisive. It's one boom. You know,
Well,
and sometimes you'll see that where coverage changes on him. Like you're right.
And
you're not
Cobb-
going to be right 100% of the time. Nobody is.
Cobb this year ran slant routes and he ran the scramble drill. That's it. The quick slant route or the little like crossing route, and then scramble drill. And so when you have Devontae that's in scramble drill getting open, you have Cobb getting in. I mean, Cobb had like 7 touchdowns this year because he didn't follow through with the patterning. He just kind of went to open spots when Aaron took off, and it happened a lot.
Yeah, and he's been that way. I mean, Jordy back in the day was the same thing.
James Jones. I mean, there's a
yeah.
whole
Those
plethora of
guys
them.
read their minds. They run the same wavelength. Those guys, and I don't know if he goes somewhere else. I think he's going to lose quite a bit. I mean, he's going to make more money.
So real
Sure.
quick, let me just bring up 2 other games and we'll go back. Jets win 26-21 to the Jaguars, and the Falcons beat the Lions 20-16.
Were you surprised, Willie?
I picked the Lions too. So.
You know, you just they're so
I thought they put 2 games together in a row.
Ride the wave and let's go. Let's get it going here. Dan Campbell couldn't get it.
They've been playing close games though.
No, pretty much except for
Who was the quarterback today? Did they have
Goff?
Tim Boyle.
Yeah.
It was Boyle.
Oh, Boyle, yeah.
Yeah,
Goff,
sorry,
you're right.
Boyle.
I'm sorry,
Goff
you're
is
right.
off. Yeah, so
Goff is off.
there's your difference right there.
That a boy, Chase.
Way to be on a blonde boy.
You had Goff, Swift. Was Jamal Williams playing today?
Yeah, he
He
did
came
play.
back
He did
today.
play.
Hawkinson's out.
Cephas,
Cephas
yeah.
out.
But St. Brown had a big day.
Yeah,
He's had a couple now.
26 points, I think.
Yeah.
I'm kind of regretting dropping him a couple weeks ago in Dynasty because he might be a cheap guy. You never know.
And then the other thing, are you guys surprised about the Jets Jaguars game because they're fighting for like the top 2 picks?
I picked the Jets in that.
Lions
game.
might be back up to number 1, huh?
No,
They're
one-
2 now. They're 2.
Don't you think
Yes.
they would have both tried to punt that game?
No, because it's the players. You know what? And people don't understand this. Why do I want you to get a first round? I probably won't be here next year. Why am I going to help you? I'd even I would win even a harder of those games because I don't want you to have a good pick. The thing is, you might be getting someone to replace me.
Oh, and in that game, Robinson went down with a major
Torn
injury.
Achilles. Tore his Achilles.
How long is that usually?
Year. So, but Travis Etienne will be back next year. So kind of.
Agumbawale played today.
Yeah,
A Badger. So,
man,
Wasn't Akers available?
he's off the IR.
What they did with him is they brought him off the IR because you bring on to the roster, it qualifies him for pension this year.
Oh, okay, I got you.
They did it to be good. I don't think he's ready to play. They put him on the active roster, and he's going to be ready for the playoffs.
So I'm thinking, man, that's a quick.
He's going to be ready for the
turnaround.
playoffs. They think though.
Really?
No, he needs a little bit of wear and tear to kind of test it out.
Well, that's an Achilles.
I thought maybe
It's
he'd
about-
get 4 or 5 plays today.
Yeah.
Maybe a series here or there
Yeah.
to kind of see how it played out, but he didn't get in at all.
Willie, you got a number on Zach Wilson's run?
72.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
That was 52.
no,
Was it? I don't know. I
No,
I
I
think
guess
52. I think it was the longest quarterback run in years.
for the Jets
Yeah, I want to say it was 52.
since Namath.
Joe Willie.
He ran from Club 54, Studio 54.
Studio 54.
To your backyard.
Texans upset the Chargers 41-29. Chargers, what? I don't get them sometimes.
I don't either.
I don't.
They didn't throw the ball to
after
Keenan Allen.
after the week before.
What did Keenan Allen have? Like 6 catches, 5
I
catches?
don't know, too many analytics last week that lost them a game against KC,
4
and
for
then they lose this game.
35.
Yeah, that's garbage.
He's an enigma. DK Metcalf's the one that blows my mind. How he's not getting 10 looks and
It's the finger, man. The finger. He's going to get double teamed. There's a finger problem. They can't.
I just don't
I don't
get
think
it.
Russell
though.
Wilson can throw right now very well.
Eagles beat the Giants 34-10. Game was 3-3 at halftime.
It was awful.
Got away.
It was
from
awful.
the
I
Giants.
was really watching it. It was awful.
I was looking. Hurts at a 1.8 points
Awful.
at halftime. I'm like, dude, I got a chance.
No, you didn't.
And the and the Vikings lose like their 8th game this year by 7 or less, 30-23 to the Rams. Rams defense played well. The Vikings are just a team. They're tough to play in Minnesota. They've been playing good. They've been playing good this year. It's just they don't win games. That's their problem. They can't finish.
So is Zimmer on the benchwarmer hot seat still?
I think he gets fired.
You know what I'm gonna miss most about that is his hot girlfriend.
Yeah.
And Cousins sucks. That's really what it boils down to. They have all the pieces. They have a
Bad
good
mouth.
The whole
defense.
Cousins sucks thing I don't get though.
He's just not good.
I don't know, man.
He had better numbers than Stafford. Stafford was 1 touchdown, 3 picks.
Well,
Cousins threw for 315.
I don't know. I don't know.
better receiver. I don't know. Better receivers.
But his receivers have good numbers. I don't know.
Well, he's got Minnesota's got 2 good ones, and I think the Rams have good receivers too. But with Delvin Cook when he's healthy and stuff, I mean he wasn't there today, but
Yeah, Madison's a good fill-in though. He's not hurting you.
You know what the interesting thing I saw this week because I just noticed Cooper Kupp and he's having the great season, which is going to be up there most likely with the Calvin Johnson season. Is Stafford going to get any credit for these 2 seasons? He was throwing the ball, man. I mean, come on, let's be honest.
I think it just tells you how bad Goff was that he couldn't take advantage of this while he had it. Again, with Goff, they were reading the defense.
Well, he threw a couple out. He did throw a couple out. He just the last year Cup had a terrible year. I don't have it in the last year.
Devontae Adams to the Rams.
Ooh, yeah, with everybody else.
They can afford.
Everybody else.
Yeah.
I'm just
Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers to the Rams, and the Packers get Stafford.
Nope, they play with 2 quarterbacks back there.
Oh, there you go.
You're dueling it.
Devontae Adams to the Chiefs.
That's not a bad.
Andy Reid, little Andy Reid mix there.
I like that.
And get rid of Tyreek Hill or keep him, whatever.
Keep him.
Hey, going back to the Zach Wilson run, it's the longest by a quarterback since 2015.
15.
Who was that quarterback?
I'm going to guess
87
somebody
Newton.
Lamar Jackson.
Josh Allen.
Nope.
Cam Newton.
87 yards also versus the Jaguars.
87.
87 yards.
Wow. Drew Brees? No, I'm just kidding. Was it?
Deshaun Watson?
Could it be? Was it Winston?
Ooh, that might be.
He's he played in the Pac-10.
Lionheart.
Nope.
No, I'm just kidding.
That was great.
He was a first-round
The
draft.
Stanford guy.
First round draft pick. Was he Stanford guy?
No, Oregon Duck.
Mariota.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
Mark.
go.
yeah.
Yep.
But he could scramble.
Yeah, he could run though. Yeah.
Nice work,
He
blonde
had
boy.
that. He threw a touchdown pass to himself in the wild card game.
Yes, he did. Buccaneers clinch the division 32-6 over the Panthers.
Boring.
Broncos lose to the Raiders 17-13.
Ooh.
Bears win on a 2-point conversion late,
did?
25-24 over
Yeah.
the Seahawks.
I didn't know.
How come that wasn't on TV? I couldn't get that.
It was on
logo.
13, yeah. It was on
It's on
Chicago.
channel
I couldn't
32.
find it. I use Hulu.
So do you?
I have no
Since
idea.
we talked about,
awful.
we can talk about the Bears a minute. So tomorrow, interesting day in the NFL is you can look for new coaches if you fire a coach.
Well, they're not doing it. They already said so, right?
Open interviews. Soldier Field. Knock on the back door.
As long as you fire them, man. They weren't doing it then. I mean,
I don't-
if they want to get the coaching thing going now, do you get ahead of the game and fire them? I don't know.
Well, Buck Showalter's taken, so.
Yeah, but no Buck Showalter. Joe Mann's out of job right now, so he's not going to be able to save the day.
The old guys.
Oh, Luke Nella. wait, what are
Dusty
you talking
Baker. Jeez.
So if a coach,
What about Rex Ryan
no way.
for the Bears?
No,
Oh, that defense would be beautiful.
he's a dimwit.
he builds great defenses.
He's a moron.
He thought Trestman was a genius, though, so.
No.
They tried the offense twice now. They need to go back with the defensive guy.
No, I
No?
I'm not. But I don't want Rex Ryan, not at all. You are out of your mind.
Well, you just need somebody that's not going to do something stupid like when Nagy's got that guy. He's got his arm around him because he's like late hitting people and like giving the game away.
He's a rookie. He's got to
Pat him on the ass a little bit.
To
Rex
Tevin?
Ryan would have beat that guy up.
I like what he did with him. Actually, took him aside and talked to him like a man.
He said, "Yeah, thanks a lot. I'm not going to be here next year. You're really killing me."
I don't think
I was
so.
waiting for that. So.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it was more like, yeah, it's good you stuck up for your guy, but you got to be smart about it. He wasn't screaming at him or.
Was his fate sealed when Khalil Mack got hurt?
Yeah. After they put him on the IR.
Because
Shut him down.
Akeem went down too.
Yeah, he had a groin. I don't.
Did he show groin improvement?
You rub it.
I don't think he. I think he. It was tough start for him, and it was just. It wasn't.
Well, the running backs went out right away. That got weird.
Yeah,
weren't they down to like their third stringer at one
No,
point?
Herbert was fine
Herbert.
when Montgomery was gone. Herbert was fine.
But he was a rookie, wasn't he?
Yeah. 6th round pick or something like that.
Virginia Tech.
I just think that. Do you see Louis Riddick's interview on ESPN 1000?
I did not.
Yeah, they asked him about the Chicago job, and he said, "I'd love it."
Really?
Yeah, anytime you're getting paid millions of dollars to fail. I mean, the NFL, there's one team that wins. Everybody's going to fail. It just depends on what level you fail at.
I think, and you guys have the advantage of what you've had for the last 20 years.
I was thinking New England in my mind. I wasn't thinking about Green Bay.
Nobody's ever looked at the Bears job as a job anybody wants. Now people want the job.
Well, what about the New England guys, the offensive coordinators and the defensive coordinators?
I don't mind
and
Josh
stuff?
McDaniel.
I'm
But I
saying-
think they got to set the front office up first.
But
they need a GM and a president.
It's not about the Bears as much as it is you're going there knowing it's going to be hard to make the playoffs because it's hard to make the playoffs every year anyway, typically. But knowing that you're trying to get on page with your GM to get the right pieces in place. That's why I think the Lions are on the right track. He's actually building something. You can kind of see it as they're playing. One man goes down, the next man kind of fills in, and it seems like they don't quit.
Do you think they're looking too, though, that like, okay, Rodgers is about running his, and Adams is going to be gone here. Packers are going to be going downhill.
Should be,
which
yeah.
by next year probably or year after for sure.
Then you got to worry about
So-
Minnesota and Cousins leaving, coming and going.
Instead of just trying to shoot for the stars, because you got probably a lot less chance of winning with Rodgers and Adams. And
I think that's a lot to do with the players on defense they may have back next year. And
Talking about the Bears?
And I believe Justin Fields is someone people want to have a chance to be around.
The problem is they don't really have a lot of the draft picks. Aren't they missing the number 1 and 2 next year?
Just a first round next year.
Oh, I thought they got rid of their number 2 as well.
I think they have the number 2 next year. Yeah. They got most of their picks back.
they don't have a pick coming up this year?
No number 1 pick.
Ooh, and they're playing for a pretty good pick right now.
Yeah, Giants get that. Giants right now have the
Three
two
of
of the top 3 picks they have,
I
or
think
2 of
they-
the top 6 picks. Or
I
8
think
picks.
the Giants have 3 number 1
Well,
picks.
now the Bears won today, so I
Three,
might
they
drop
have
them down.
3 in the top 10. I
The
thought.
Jets have 2 in the top 10 right now.
The Giants
Two,
will
yeah.
because they have the Bears pick and their own pick,
I said the Jets.
and they're saying already the Giants may trade both those picks to go up and take the kid from Oregon, the
nuts.
defensive end.
Oh, the big
They
dude.
need more talent.
Well, the Michigan kid I like too.
Hutchinson?
Hutchinson,
Yeah.
yeah, Hutchinson, yeah.
Dude, take your 3 picks where they land and get more talent. One
Or
more
trade
guy.
down and
or
load
get
up on
2
second,
guys,
third,
yep.
and fourth round picks.
Pick
and
2 of them
hope
and then
somebody
trade
pans
down.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
It's
disagree.
nuts to try and move up when you need more help.
Well, it's tough. I mean, one guy. What's the kid from Washington? The defensive end, Ohio State, tore his Achilles, hurt his knee. Whatever. Chase.
Yeah, Chase.
Oh, Chase Young?
Okay, so remember Chase
Thank
Young,
you.
first year rookie.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, he's awesome. We all picked him to be rookie of the year
Right.
or defensive player of the year. Before he got hurt, he wasn't defensive player of the year. He was good.
Well, Allen's arguably better.
But I'm just
on the
saying
line.
though.
Yeah.
I mean, so to grab one guy like you're
To
saying,
go-
to just go grab one guy and hope this guy can carry on. Not many defensive ends carry on for 8-9 years. You know, at that look, the best ones.
J.J. Watt's probably the best example.
Yeah, but they still injuries hit him. But he was good for 5-6 years. He was incredible.
He was as good as anybody.
He was
for
good on
5
both.
years.
He was good.
Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, thinking those guys.
But it's to me, if you got 3 first round picks, you pick with the first 2 because they're in the top 10.
Well, I think they have 2.
He said
I thought they had 3.
No, they got the one from the Bears in their own, unless they traded another thing away.
Yeah, I thought they traded down and acquired another one. But
Maybe they do have
either
3.
either way.
If you're picking in the top 10, you pick two guys in the top 10. Take the best 2 guys
Well,
available.
And the problem
it's
with
good
them,
for your
and
team.
the problem with them already, they came out today and said they're already committing to Joe Judge and Daniel Jones next year. So
yeah, that's fine.
I don't know. Joe Judge is a weird dude, man. He's an oddball too. I
But
don't
they
know.
need more than one guy from Washington or whatever. I mean, they need some
yeah.
help.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, they're not.
Or at least pick your first guy, or if he's not there, trade. Or if you're looking at 2 other guys, trade back 4 spots and get a first and a third, or
Yeah.
whatever.
I mean, Belichick's been doing that for years, trading out
works.
of the first round. But he's
But
also not
he's been
trading
in the
top
back
10
of the-
or
picks.
trade your
Yeah.
3 first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I mean, potentially, if you're going to get Devontae to come with him,
In New York, though, I don't know. If I was Rodgers, I'm not going there.
you got Saquon. You could build a line. I don't know.
He'd get eaten up there.
They don't have a bad offensive line there though. That's not terrible in New York. It's
I mean,
not great.
they were gifted a first round pick here. I mean, who was that pick for?
Fields
So that was for Fields
to move up last year to get him.
So they got essentially a free pick in this year's top 10.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got to use it. You can't trade out of it or trade it to move up. You take what you were given a gift.
It's hard.
Well, it depends on the draft depth
Yeah.
too. What's in the draft? What's going to be there? Is there something you're going to need there? Or is it, guys, we don't need this. We got what we think we need. Although they need things.
They say there's no quarterbacks, no running backs. In
That's
the first
fine.
round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
None.
fine.
So it's
Well,
all,
the running back, the kid from
who just declared.
Michigan State? Or is he too young?
No. There was someone they talked about, but yeah, he might be a second
Walker the
round
third,
guy.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he was talking more second round, but yeah, quarterback thing I know for sure this year is very light. But they're saying the Steelers might take the kid from Pitt.
Is
Can he pick it?
Yeah.
Is
guy
any
did the
running
fake
back
slide?
is
Yeah.
any running back really worth a top 15 pick anymore?
I don't know.
Jonathan Taylor is.
Adrian Peterson was.
I mean, that was quite a while ago.
Najee
though.
Harris on the right team would be.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just saying. I mean, you see, like Hilaire gets picked at 29. Harris was picked a little ways back.
He was 20 something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It depends because if you have like a Barry Sanders kind of guy coming out that you know is going to have an
game
instant-
changer.
Yeah, an instant impact on your team. You know, breakaway speed, great moves, can catch
But you
the
can
ball,
get
that
get a
stuff.
guy in the 3rd or 4th round right now. That's almost all these teams are getting guys back there.
Well, I mean, Denver used to get running backs that were undrafted free agents and turn them into stuff.
I mean, the
every
Packers
year.
got Dylan. He looks like he's solid. I mean,
second round,
and he's
yeah.
I mean, Bears got Khalil Herbert.
But I was told last night, I forgot. I didn't know that. Was Taylor taken after A.J. Dillon?
Yeah, he was second round. Jonathan Taylor.
Possible, yeah.
Jonathan Taylor was mid
same
second
draft.
round.
Was he?
Peter, yeah. He was taken after A.J. Dillon.
Yeah, look that up.
Would you like to have Jonathan Taylor? I'm just asking. I know A.J. Dillon looks good, but would you like to have Jonathan Taylor or A.J. Dillon?
Well, right now you'd rather have Jonathan Taylor.
I'm just saying. I mean, but but they were looking for.
But I mean, it's really he's not killing you.
Well, no, I'm just saying.
That's interesting because
that's what Peter said by father-in-law. So if it's wrong,
AJ.
So was this the draft where Hilaire was?
Jonathan Taylor went second round 30th. Jonathan Taylor went second round in the 9th.
You said the same guy twice.
No, A.J. Dillon.
A.J. Dillon won the second round 30th pick. Jonathan Taylor in the second round 9th pick.
Oh, so it was before.
Yeah, so-
Okay, it was before him. Okay, yeah, Peter said it. I'm just.
AJ Dillon caught the ball out of the backfield way better this year than I ever thought he was going to.
Oh yeah.
So that that kind of added to his diversity.
But I mean, the Bears got a great running back with Herbert way back. I mean, they're there.
Sixth round, yeah.
And there's team. It was James Robinson. We just started talking about him earlier.
but
he was a late round, or if was even a pick.
Let's be honest. So Indy runs the ball really, really well. They get him some holes. He picks whichever hole he's going to go through.
But he's replacing a 1,000-yard rusher too. I mean, it's not like they weren't running the ball.
He's got that gear though, where once he gets through the hole, he's tough to stay with.
Yeah, I mean, they just replaced Mack, who had 1,000 yards rushing there in consecutive years, and then was injured.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were getting. It's like Denver.
Did they have 1,000, Mac?
He was close, if not.
I'm not in love with that
Hines,
guy.
Hines was running with him at the same time. They did a lot of 70-30
Look
splits
it
in
up.
those games.
I don't think Mac was much.
I thought he was pretty solid.
He's not Taylor.
No, he's not Taylor. But I mean,
it's
not
not a
like
lot
they
of
were
guys.
chopped liver either.
I
run the ball.
I love the Colts. I really do. I think they're set up for. I mean, they had 2 back-to-back huge wins. I don't care how bad Arizona was playing. I don't care how the week before they beat the Patriots, right?
Right.
So 2 back-to-back wins against 2 teams that, man, they're good football teams.
It's with all the movement within teams and stuff. It's really tough to tell
The
who's
Colts
pretending
the
though.
Colts played with 1 lineman. Everyone else on was second or third string guys yesterday.
That's what I'm saying.
So with their starters, they won.
Well,
they're not pretending.
Well, I know.
And we're missing their best defensive player, Leonard, last night too.
But what about the other
Incredible.
team and how that it's like watching scab football in a way. Back when they had the lockout.
If you can't take advantage of their problems, and you probably not beat many teams that are full strength. That's the problem.
Agreed. But New Orleans is on their 5th quarterback today, and their defense is really good. What are they going to do? You have to play the games.
Oh yeah.
So it's hard. That's why I want to see what happens in the playoffs. This COVID stuff's going to go out the window because they're not going to want to ruin the playoffs for any one team.
You guys are right, though. Mack had almost 1,100 yards, then 908 in 12 games.
Yeah. Oh, 12 games only, though? Yeah. Okay.
And then Taylor came in the next year.
Oh.
So, I mean, he was a solid running back. They've been running the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, they always have, yeah.
But that's what I mean. You're throwing Taylor in a great situation.
But and I know Eric isn't a big fan. You might not Carson Wentz thing, but I think Carson Wentz helps that too. Because Carson Wentz isn't the worst quarterback you can have.
No,
when you have guys back there who they had the last 2 years, they had Jacoby Brissett back there. I mean, you're not scared of Jacoby Brissett. Carson Wentz can at least do things to you that you might be like, okay.
And Frank Reich's a coach.
So Frank Reich's doing a great job.
Heck yeah.
And T.Y. Hilton kind of fell off a little bit. He used to be the go-to guy, and then I thought that
Pittman looks good.
Well, Pittman does now, but I thought the kid from Miami was going to end up being better.
The
Roscoe,
smaller
I
guy,
think,
yeah.
And he hasn't really panned out. So then they throw to the tight ends, and they like going 2 tight end sets and stuff. And the scheme is nice to maul people, but then bootleg them a little bit or roll them out and throw it over the top.
Yep. Chiefs killed the Steelers today, 36-10. Chiefs win. They win the division today?
Did you see that
Yes, they
game?
did. They won the division. Yep, they won the division.
The game didn't even look like Kelsey was missing.
No.
It was, just terrible.
I think Pittsburgh
defense.
I think Pittsburgh's checked out a little bit. I don't know why, because they still had a chance in the playoffs.
Yeah,
It
they did.
Looked like they checked out.
They were like the 7 seed going into the game.
Well, last week, we talked about this last week. Rossbringer, a weird comment after the game. They talked about Claypool and his first down thing with the clock running out, which was stupid.
Right.
And then he won. He got mad at the lineman because he wasn't mad because he was mad because the lineman showed him up because he should have been bringing the ball back to the ref to set the ball.
Right.
And they asked Roethlisberger, what did he say? Something like,
"Why don't you talk to the coach?
Why don't you talk to the coach? That's his job."
Yeah.
That's what he said about Claypool. I think I've never been a fan of Tomlin. I know he's won games. I get it, but he's in the same situation as a lot of teams that win the division every year. The rest of the division never was really that good behind him. Baltimore was decent. But the Browns and Bengals have been terrible the last 5, 6, 7 years, right?
Pretty much.
The Ravens you're going to always fight with, but it's not hard to win that division when you're fighting only one team.
No, and then they bump into New England.
Kind of same with the
every year.
Packers. I mean, every year they have one team they kind of mess with. The Vikings once in a while they'll kick their food around. The Bears maybe once, but they're pretty much the Packers are going to be the best team in the division unless something crazy thing happens.
And the Bengals and the Browns are kind of in the same situation we were talking about earlier. Roethlisberger's on the decline. I mean, he's done.
Right.
He's done. And now it's their time
How
to
about
make a move.
Rodgers and Devontae in Cleveland?
How about Watson going to Pittsburgh?
Watson, I would not touch Watson with a 10-foot pole.
Why has he been charged then by now?
Because I mean, I don't know. He's still getting paid.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
They're still charging rioters in Kenosha.
That was a long list today,
I just
by the
read.
way.
Yeah, did you read that list?
Right. Yeah.
Holy cow, there was like 60 people.
And they're going to start a website up where you can go on there and identify people if you want. There's like more than that. They don't even not have all the names.
I'm calling him Petey after he robbed me this weekend.
I was shocked at how many people got busted for trying to turn over an ATM.
Yeah, it was all ATMs because there must be bread in them.
There is. That's bread. The old term for money.
Oh my God. No, I saw that list this morning. It blew my mind how many people were arrested.
It was crazy.
Packers beat the Browns 24-22 on Christmas Day. Rodgers 3 touchdowns, breaks Favre's record for touchdown passes as a Green Bay Packer. Adams 10 catches, 114, 2 touchdowns. Chubb 126, 1 touchdown. Mayfield 2 touchdowns, but 4 interceptions. Nick Chubb also led in receiving, 58 yards. I'm going to go back, and you guys will be mad, but I said this last week. I still think the AFC is the cream of the crop, man. It's not even not even close. The last 2 weeks, the Packers had trouble with 2 teams that were like, But Baker Mayfield, if it wasn't Baker Mayfield, he was well, the one pick, Landry fell, whatever, and I don't know the other one.
The last pick, that guy got a good hold in there, and it worked for him.
The tug and pull, that's what he did. I was,
and he was fast.
I was more aggressive. I didn't really notice it till they showed it, and when he grabbed him, okay. But when he does this and gets the pick, that's a big deal.
Right.
So it was a great play on his part.
Well, it's still.
He
in
got
the first
away
pick
with
earlier, he kind of grabbed someone too, so he had 2 picks, and he grabbing guys and whatever. That's cool. That's awesome. That's fine. It is what it is.
No, he did a good. In my opinion, he got away with it. So.
But then the week before in Baltimore, they get it with John Harbaugh. I don't know what he's thinking when he has a chance to go to the playoffs. He's going for 2, and the play call was god awful.
Well, he's a coach's guy. The guys all said,
no,
hey,
it's analytics.
But let me ask you a question.
That's analytics.
Do you think that was a good play? I know the Packers won, but if you're watching,
I don't, because you're at home and you have a good shot at that point.
If they have Lamar Jackson.
But my point was this: if there was no time on the clock, I'm 1,000% behind it. But either way, Rodgers can get a field goal and win the game. Either way, it doesn't matter, right? Right.
They said today on the pregame show that they thought, everybody in the league thought that the Packers were going to run like an all-out blitz, and that had been the perfect play call, that little out thing with the sprint out against an all-out blitz. But for whatever reason, the Packer defensive coordinator did not throw an all-out blitz, and it caused them to get double-teamed and not be able to make that throw. So they actually called a play thinking that something was going to happen, and basically they outcoached himself. It had really nothing to do with the play or the situation itself. It's just they just mismanaged what was going to end up happening. And again, the wrong play call there could happen at any time.
But that's not the point. The question was, would you have gone for it?
I don't. I kick the field goal and try to fight it out. You're saying that there's a chance you lose the game anyway, and I'm saying make them beat me, make it hard on them to beat me.
I'm saying that if there's no time to clock, then I'm fine with it. But with 43 seconds left, the 2-point conversion, Rodgers can still get a field goal and win the game, right?
I kick an extra point and try to stop him from getting a field goal there at the end.
Yeah,
and it worked for Green Bay this week. Essentially, they put them in a situation where they had to make they had to go all the way down the field, and they got the pick in it. It's possible. You could, you're going to make them get 4 or 5 plays in there. You got a chance to stop them. It wasn't the exact same situation, but it's similar. You know?
Yeah.
I think when you're on the road and it's like all or nothing, I mean, going for 2 is not a bad thing there. But to your point, Scott, if you're trying to make a playoff run right away, do you really want your season to hinge on one bonehead?
No.
Situation like that?
We all agreed.
I said from day one,
the
only way I would have gone for is, only way I would have thought to go for it if it's the last play of the game. I still would have probably kicked the extra point no matter what the situation was.
I also think the NFL rules on overtime are absolutely stupid.
Well, yeah, less time now. 10 minutes they brought it down to, and
it's awful.
You basically get maybe 2 possessions if you're lucky.
And on top of that, if somebody scores a touchdown, you have no chance. So your offense might not even get a shot.
They should do like the old name that tune. If you score, it's that many plays you get.
Right?
Yeah.
I can do this.
If you score in 7 plays, you get the chance to score in 7 plays.
What I think they should do is they should have They should kick field goals starting at the 30-yard line and go back 5 yards each time until somebody misses and somebody makes
It's
it.
COVID week. We don't have a kicker.
Let's go.
You watch too much soccer, like
That
a
would be
shootout.
that would be awesome, like a 55-yarder.
That'd be
Somebody makes and
terrible.
somebody totally
That's
misses.
so dumb.
It is kind of a soccer shootout in a way. That's what I was thinking.
You know what? We were talking. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
We were talking about in that. I was with a bunch of Homer fans, and the missed extra point right off the bat for Cleveland changed the whole game. How both teams, perceived
psychologically,
psychologically, and how now they come down. They got to go for 2 the next time.
Well,
No, I don't know.
That's a
That
misnomer
was dumb.
too. That
was dumb.
I agree.
Should have never gone for 2 there because we were sitting there watching. Peter's like, "Oh, they're gonna go for 2." I go, "No, I wouldn't go for 2 because if they Packers score, you're down by 9 now.
What happens if
you
they're-
want to keep yourself within 8 at all times?
Yeah.
You have to do. That's why I don't understand when teams go. You're down by, say, you're down by 15 and you score early, or like 10 minutes left in the game, and they go for 2. Why?
Now you gotta score 3
Now
times.
your team, you change their philosophy. Then, oh, you know what?
That's
we can
what I'm
run.
saying.
We can run the clock now a little longer. But if we're only down up by 8, at least they can still tie us. I hate when teams go for 2 before they really, really have to.
And it changed the Packers the way they were playing because they were already ahead by whatever it was, 9, I think, at the time.
Yeah.
Or whatever it was. So they're running the ball, just trying to pound the clock. Where if they were only up 7 or 8, they're going to be, probably playing their more offense.
Well, what about the teams that are going for it on 4th down from like their own 30-yard line? That's been happening
that's another
regularly
thing.
as well.
It's all analytics. It's got to be, or this AI bullshit.
4th and 1, we're going for it from our 35-yard line,
which is insane.
It makes no sense to me.
And then they never kick field goals anymore. Now they're just going for
because they keep missing them.
Yeah,
especially when it's windy.
Yeah,
and we were always told take the 3 points.
What about Prater last night?
Uh-huh.
Indoors.
Yeah, he had a tough night.
Holy crap!
How many did he miss? Like 3?
2 and an extra point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
there were some bombs.
And they lost by 6.
Yeah.
So 22-16, Christmas night. Colts beat the Cardinals. Talked about that a little bit already. John Taylor 108. Pittman 8 for 82. Kyler Murray 245 and a touchdown. And then on Thursday night, a pretty good game actually. Titans outlast the 49ers 20-17. Good comeback by A.J. Brown. 11 catches, 145 and a touchdown.
Why was he not getting double?
I almost didn't.
I would have sat him on my bench if I was
at
somebody.
6:45, I was sitting there I'm in playoffs in our league, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, okay, I've got Pittman or A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown just coming back. Who gets hurt? I'm like, I'm putting A.J. Brown and screw it. Whew. I've been so upset.
Clutch.
I put A.J. Brown in. That was, but it's but you know what? That was back to my 50-50.
I know.
It was because Pittman.
Oh,
They both are on the old projection. They both were about to score about the same. But I'm like, but AJ, Pitt, they're gonna, with Jonathan Taylor, they're throwing the ball. Who knows with the Cardinals? It could be a shootout in my head. Maybe they'll have to throw the ball more. I don't know. You know what? I'm just going AJ Brown, hope for the best. And of course, the first quarter and a half, he has nothing. He's barely got a catch or two, and I'm like, this is awesome. And then
there was no
But
adjustment.
back to my 50-50.
But there was no adjustment at all. San Francisco didn't have any idea what they were going to do with him. Well, who was matched up with him? Sherman?
Sherman's not with him anymore.
Oh,
Sherman went to.
It probably was him then.
Sherman went to the
He had
Buccaneers.
a cup of coffee with them.
Well, who was matched up with him is my question, because whoever it was totally overmatched.
Artie
Casper.
Burns. No, I'm just kidding. That guy's
I
terrible.
mean, they got exposed. San Francisco got exposed.
Debo on the other side almost had the same stats.
Yeah,
But
Debo.
he's playing running back now. A lot
Yeah, I
too.
know. I saw that too.
He had 29 points in that game, fantasy wise.
You could argue
Quiet
that
29. I thought.
you could argue that if they're going to play him at tailback more and more often, his value is going to shoot up. He's sort of like the Otani of football.
We talked about
He's
this.
like the Cordell Patterson.
Yeah,
who
but I
didn't
don't
even
think-
get the Pro Bowl.
I don't think Patterson
Need to roll Quan Smith.
only because Atlanta's not very good.
Yeah, but those numbers are crazy. He's had a great year. I think he has. Did he score again today?
I don't know. I haven't paid attention.
I
to
think
it.
that's going to be the new trend in the next 4 or 5 years. You're going to see guys, they're going to get running backs or receivers that have good builds to them, and they're going to use them like that. Cordell Patterson, they used him. New England started with. The Bears did it with him, too. And he's just had a really good year. He had a good year in New England. He had a decent year in Chicago, but he's had a really good year in Atlanta. But he was used the same way in all 3 stops. And New England did it first, which, of course, New England always does this stuff. You're like, what do they do? Oh, that works.
These gadget guys are good, and I understand why you guys would say that or think that, but the wear and tear on running backs is too much. If they're valuable as a receiver, you're not going to want to have them play running back very often.
He had another touchdown today.
Who did?
Cordero.
How many carries? Did he get more
He
than
only
10?
got 14 yards.
How many carries did he have?
7.
Yeah. So that's 7 guaranteed hits that he's going to be taking from
He
linebackers
had
now.
1 catch for -1 yard. He had a rough game.
He's a big dude, though. He can take.
I guess the lowly Lions.
Did anybody
too.
see that punt return in the Rams game?
Yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah, he took it up the sideline. He
Never even
dodged
got
that very
touched.
first guy.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to get killed, but you see Josh Allen almost landed on his head today?
Yeah.
I thought he was going to bust his neck.
We do the beer.
I like beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have some.
You're going to have some.
Look at the name of it.
Beer is good for you.
Oh, my God, that's terrible.
So
do I really want Willie in a barrel?
So let's right now. I always like to do my top 3 teams and my bottom 3. Well, the bottom 3 I'm done doing because then I'm working.
Can we put Dallas in there up 35-7 going into the
my
half?
top 3? I'm still gonna put the Packers in there, but I mean the AFC I think is, and the beautiful thing for the NFC. They don't have to play the AFC in the playoffs, so you only got to beat them once. So that's why it's not a big deal.
And there's only one team.
I think the Packers are the best team right now, but I think the Packers still are having trouble stopping the run, which it's weird. They were doing it good, and then all of a sudden they just stop. What's going on with them? They were doing great. Like the middle of the season, they stopped the run. They were playing good on the end a little bit. Now they're not stopping the run again. And I know you're playing a really good Cleveland team that runs the ball.
Yeah.
But once again, I don't understand. That's another question for me too. Why didn't Cleveland just keep running the ball? I mean, they could have just keep. But what Cleveland did in that game last night too, every time, and it happens to every team, most teams in the NFL, every time they had a good play, holding, bring it back. Now you're in 1st and 18. Well, now you've got to throw the ball.
And they were chasing a little bit too. It's hard,
I agree.
It's hard to run the ball when you're chasing teams.
Yeah, I agree. But they I don't know. I think they.
Oh, they got some weaknesses.
Who are your top 3 from the AFC though?
Well, my top 3 in the NFL will be Green Bay. And I'm going to throw – I got to put Buffalo back in there just because what they did in the last couple weeks.
Kansas City?
Kansas City's got to be in there.
You know what?
Indy?
You know, I'm sorry. Stop. I'm going to take Buffalo and drop them to 4 and I'm going to put the KC 2 because they played really well the last few weeks. And I'm going to put the Colts at 3.
What about Miami? Are they sneaking up on anybody?
I keep saying that.
I think they can get in, but I don't think they're good enough to –
It's my Super Bowl team.
I don't think they're good enough to get the Super Bowl.
Let's not get carried away.
Hey, I picked them as my Super Bowl team. These guys laughed at me when they were 2-7.
And you laughed at yourself, too.
What about New England, though? Can New England do it? Is there a chance?
No. I mean, Mac Jones is a rookie. He's not doing enough.
I think Mac Jones starting to show his rookie stuff the last couple weeks. He kind of has. Not that he's doing anything wrong, but it's just tough. I mean,
I'm telling you, the Dolphins are making the playoffs.
But you know what?
Flipper.
Like I said, Packers.
Yeah, KC,
and the Colts.
Ooh, I would.
Kind of looks like you, except red.
Okay, are we gonna drink some beer now?
Yes,
I don't know that.
Yeah, throw it out there.
I'd like to see Dallas in that top 3. After seeing tonight's game, they're destroying the
but they're
Washington Redskins teams.
They're so schizophrenic, though.
I know that's true.
Week to week.
Yep.
No, I like the Colts right now. They are playing great. What are we doing?
Amari decided he was going to call out the team for having a bad offense, but not getting the ball. It's one of those. Throw me the damn ball comments again. Oh, beer. Hey, you guys should get sponsored by Brewfest.
I like beer because it is good.
Beer.
I drink beer because I should. If there was a song to sing, I sing it and beer you bring. I drink beer when I am sad, because the beer, it makes me glad. Now there's nothing left to say, so let's go drink beer. Beer is good! Beer is good! Beer is good!
Beer is good. Eric, hope you're listening here. So I was up in Door County this weekend, and friends of the show, Tanda and Carl, owners of Time Cuisine, give me a bottle of beer. It's called Willie in a Barrel. And it's made by One Barrel Brewing out of Madison, Wisconsin. It's a Scotch ale, 9.5 ABV. Give it a drink, guys.
That's actually really good.
So smooth. It's like weird.
It's smooth.
It tastes watery.
Yeah. For
did you pee in this?
Willie?
Might need an ice cube.
Yeah, it's a little warm. Maybe
it's supposed to be served a little warm. So I'm going to give you a look on it. It reminds me of a dark amber with a slight head.
That's what she said.
Smell is a caramel malty. The taste,
it is.
Same as the smell with a slight toffee flavor. Medium body, lighter carbonation, which there's not a lot of carbonation in it, right?
Little burn.
Yeah. Pretty tasty with a little funky finish. So
funky.
Would you guys like it?
I don't mind it. It's good. It's good.
Yeah. Willie in a Barrel. One Barrel Brewing.
I would drink it, Willie.
Yeah. Glad you enjoyed it. Glad you're here to partake of it.
And I'm not a big fan of these. What is this, a porter thing or
Scotch ale.
Scotch ale. I'm not a big fan of these types of beers, and this one's pretty solid.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have the Cowboy game on my phone here because I got fantasy implications, so I'm peeking at it, and I just saw this. So number 20, name's guy's McCain. Remember this name. Is McCain from the Redskins, and he's going to get thrown out, I think, here.
Washington football team.
Dalton Schultz just caught a ball across the middle, and the dude literally looked like he went high on purpose and smoked him, knocked him out to the ground. He's laying there writhing in pain, and the ref throws the flag, and he catches the flag, and the guy throws the flag. This guy might not be playing next week.
That's a fine.
I think he should get tossed here. You think he gets tossed?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just because Dalton Schultz is a big guy, and this dude's like a little shorter, and he jumped in and like ran. He like looks like he literally went at his head on purpose.
Yeah.
Well, they got nothing to lose. They don't even have a team name.
Nice. Or quarterback.
All the pregame fun stuff that they do.
Yeah.
I just saw a stat going into halftime before that guy got decapitated. The Cowboys have 3 wide receivers with over 50 yards, and their tight end also has over 50 yards receiving.
It's going to become a Joe Burrow day.
Dude, the numbers are ridiculous.
Running game.
Prescott, they just scored another touchdown.
Oh, don't tell me. Oh, you surprised? Not going to see who do you throw it to? Not Amari Cooper.
It was Amari Cooper.
That's okay, though. I get the points. Clay gets the points. It washes out. That's fine.
So in the
is that
first
other league?
Yeah.
Different league?
Yeah. In our other league.
Oh, our other league. Yeah.
So in the first half, Prescott, 27 out of 35, 320, 4 touchdowns.
They almost put a half 100 up. They got 42 right now.
He's on pace for 700 yards and 8 touchdowns.
Is it Pollard or Elliott getting carries?
Both a little bit. Pollard. They mix. If I was the Cowboys, I think Pollard should carry the ball the rest of the game. And I got Elliott in the league.
I don't think so. I disagree with that 100%.
You're playing against Pollard?
Pollard, yeah. I've got Gibson going. So
Elliott's already got 2 touchdowns.
Now they're down.
Today.
So
Elliott has 2. Oh yeah,
2.
he did. He ran one in.
I benched him in my other league. Damn it!
I mean, he's all touchdowns.
Who's the other 2 backs?
I got Joe Mixon, pretty solid.
Oh, he had a good game.
He had a big long catch today.
Yeah, and then I picked up who was the guy?
You are starting pickups over Zeke.
Oh, Ronald Jones. I thought
I just dropped him
Zeke's
in
been
our
hurt. They're hyping up Pollard all over the
Well,
place.
good. I'm glad because Elliott outscored him.
I still won. It doesn't matter. I scored 170 points.
What league is that?
It's the school league that we have with all the
the
coaches and principals.
Well,
and
John
stuff.
Lynn in that league too.
Yeah,
He is.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. He's got Adams, MVS, Jones, Dillon, Tiny still starts for just for fun.
Mason Crosby.
Mason Crosby.
I wish I had my phone because I think he's got a majority of those guys. I do.
He's got the quarterbacks
That's you,
coach.
John.
He's got Jordan Love just in case Rodgers goes down.
No, he's got.
And he had a good year this year, actually.
Yeah, he did.
He had Robert Tunyon, and when he went down, he picked up Mercedes Lewis.
No, he didn't.
No, he didn't. I'm kidding.
You know why I wasn't surprised? Though? I thought you were serious.
No.
So we play in a baseball league, Pete. Yeah, I think you know this one with Mike Bond has every brewer. That's
every brewer.
Him and Reese arm wrestle over every brewer.
He's like drafted Ryan Braun even this year.
Yeah.
Who was the guy that Sean picked up to screw you in the playoffs? The pitcher.
No, he didn't screw us in the playoffs. He switched his starter like after a day. Anibal Sanchez.
Oh yeah,
way back in the day.
He throws a no hitter and like okay whatever, and like a day later he's in his starting lineup. And I was like, he told me. I go, well, you know what? I should get a text that tells me. But from you guys should tell me, hey, I'm putting Anibal Sanchez. I just have a chance. And he beat me that week, and that's because why he beat me.
So for the record, ever sinse then, Scott locked everybody's lineup.
Yep.
Like, you legit can't make any moves.
The reason I did that was back, and I actually, to be honest,
you need to write this stuff down.
I didn't run the league when it got changed for football. I put it up for vote. I had the best team. My team, the second year I was in their league with them, I had hands down the best team. Most points, everything. My team was cruising. I think I lost like 2 games. Got to the playoffs, win. Get to the championship game. I played Cal. Picks up Cordell Stewart and Plaxico Burress, which I didn't need to pick them up.
800 yards.
They beat me. He beats me because of them. And I'm
they threw a bomb at the end of the
in
game.
the playoffs. He beats me. And I'm like, why should he get pick up? He made the playoffs without those guys. And I'm like, that's a bunch of crap. You should lock your team because now we're in different times now. But back then, you could actually set your lineup up. You can have an extra tight end. You can make your lineup right for the playoffs. It's not hard to do.
I don't disagree.
And now I know it's different times. We agree with that right now. It's crazy. Yeah. But normal year, I mean, so he beat me, and that's why next year I went to and I said, hey, can we make a vote where you can't make pickups? And we voted, and everybody said, yeah, that's fine. I didn't. I wasn't running the league then.
Let's cut to
Hey,
the chase.
you guys know me.
Let's-
I don't wait.
give
I
us-
don't force rules. I vote on everything, right, Ed? We
Yeah.
vote on everything.
Yeah, you vote. You vote.
Yes, we do.
So tell me-
my leagues aren't Joe Biden's America.
Okay, so tell me about
It's a mandate.
Yeah.
Tell me why the rookie league thing came about. Why did we go to that?
Benny brought it.
Benny brought it up.
But why?
I
What
don't
was the
know. I don't
rationale?
like. Let's vote it out right now.
Well, I don't know if we have majority.
We
three.
can't.
Well,
we
there
can't.
was
No,
a
we
lot of
can't
people
now.
agreed
We have to
on
do
it.
one more year because Hop traded it for a rookie pick.
Yeah.
Which I asked Hop, why would you? No, he got it.
Benny gave up his rookie pick.
And I even said to Hop straight out when I saw him, I go, "There's not a lot of good rookies this year." Well, that's why would you trade a rookie? And there's not a lot of good rookies
and
this
he
year.
traded for like Akers, who was going to be out for the year at like a $25 value when he came back. So
Yeah.
I disagreed with
Well,
that.
he
I
wanted
was
to trade me a
critical.
quarterback in that week where I lost 2 quarterbacks, and he wanted my draft pick, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna.
But didn't we do a trade like on game day so that you had a legal roster? Like,
That
was
Scott's not
shady
happy
too.
about that one. Yeah,
That was so shady. And I didn't
he
say
would
a
have beat
word.
me anyway.
I
And
would've
I'll tell you
beat
right
him,
now.
yeah.
Kevin texts me. He goes,
I was gonna play without him.
Kevin sent me a text and goes, "That's pretty shady." I go,
I didn't say
he goes,
anything.
I'll
'cause I
tell you
don't
right
wanna be
now.
that guy,
I'll
but-
be honest.
And
if
that
it
was
if it was between anybody else, I would have said no.
It was Hop sent me. I was just going to play without a quarterback. I even sent you. I said I'm just going to play without a quarterback.
Yeah,
Then
I thought that was shady.
he sent me a trade, and he goes, "I'll send." He was like Carr, but he wanted somebody else back in a draft pick, and I was like, "There's no freaking way I'm trading."
And you know what? Though, I would have been fine with that because Hop's getting value out of that.
Well,
he traded him. He got Rondell Moore for Kirk Cousins.
No, then I put it out.
That was shady.
Well, then I put it out there.
That's
I was
something
like,
you would do.
Well, then I put. Well, I was going to trade with Petey.
In all honesty, I would have offered a trade, but I would have got it cleared with everybody before trying to push it.
Well,
through.
I could have went the other way too. I could have went either way on that trade.
But you know what? All I have to say is
But I
this.
got a better offer.
Benny did it to benefit him.
And it ended
Karma's
up-
a bitch. He didn't make the playoffs. Huh.
Yeah, because he
See what
wanted
happens?
to make sure you lose.
Yeah, and I lost, but I still made the playoffs.
And that's part of playing though. I mean, you're using strategy, and it might have cost him because he would have had Cousins instead of Dak in a couple games.
Listen, there's always times when you want to trade somebody good to somebody else to make sure that some guy in your division loses so that you make the playoffs. There's nothing wrong with that.
Jeff Jankowski says, "Happy holiday, boys." And Sean also must just heard our conversation. He goes, "Are you kidding me?"
Because we're talking about him.
No, we were talking about fantasy
I know.
football. Just
go
let it
play in
trade.
the dirt.
No, it's Shane.
That's
Shane
it
played in
is.
the dirt. Yeah,
Can I
not
bring up Karma? Sean Olsen this
Sean. Oh, we
year.
were talking about Annabelle Sanchez. I forgot.
I told you.
Sean gets us in this league, in a baseball league, a dynasty.
Oh, and you guys smoked everybody?
We did. But guys from all over the country. I mean, these guys are... So me and Scott get in there. We share a team. We made a couple bad moves at the beginning. It was our first year. We traded a couple guys we shouldn't have traded. We still had the best team by the end. We play Sean in the World Series. Comes down. He needs like 2 points to beat us. And he's got Walker Buehler going. He's been averaging like 21 points a game.
This is a great story.
You pull a hammy and go out or what?
No, we're like, oh, we're done. You know, he's got Walker Buehler. He's got to give up like 5 runs in the first inning. He got shelled. He gives up like 8 in an inning and 2/3. He gets like negative points. We beat him, and it's karma, man. That stuff comes.
You
back.
know, if it makes you feel better, I felt bad for Sean.
No, I didn't. I actually did, because I've been in that situation. There was like no way Walker Buehler was not getting like 3 points.
No, really, I did feel bad for Sean. Just kidding, Sean. We love you. Nobody else said I love you. Just me. It's kind of awkward. Anyway,
Sean Olsen.
Sean Olsen.
Oh, I love Shane.
Not Sean Connery.
No, I love Shane. I love Shane Olsen. Not Sean.
Was that even a good imitation? It was close. Sean Connery. I don't know.
That's right.
Terrible.
They send one of yours to the hospital. You send one of theirs to the morgue.
That's horrible.
Sound like a leprechaun now, don't I?
It sounds like Willie from
They're
the
magically
bottle.
delicious.
Hey, it's the
If you rub that thing, Sean Connery comes out of it. The reverse.
I think anybody that's listening just turn
Turn us off. Go. What the hell are you talking about?
Nobody's listening.
Sean said, ha 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 ha.
Sean laughs, so he likes it. Merry Christmas, Sean and Jeff.
Sean's Jewish.
Yeah, the one time he played that game, he stole all our money.
Yeah, but he took our money.
Yeah, he was all drunk. Taking
I think he did in poker
taking
one
money
time.
for old style. Okay, Willie, you had something for us. You're gonna say something.
Was I?
I don't know.
What do you want me to say?
You've been sitting there sleeping.
Give us a couple dad jokes.
Dad jokes?
Not all,
Or
just a
how
couple.
about this day in sports history?
Yeah, you know, hey, Willie brought up a cool thing we could do from now on, like a little thing. Everybody does like 2 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You find 2 items, products in history or shows or something in history, and go, who's older, me or this?
Ooh. And we find it, or
Yeah, you find your own and go, because he brought up post-it
who's
notes.
older, Willie or the show, or
No.
or me?
He
or,
brought up post notes. So we'll do me. What's older, me or post-it notes?
Oh, post-it notes.
What's older, me or the Houston Oilers?
1968 post-it notes came around, right? Is that what you said?
Yep, 1968.
You're older.
There's the Houston Oilers that don't exist anymore.
62.
Yeah,
they're
but
gone. That's why I said
Well, like, their uniforms were too small. They had
me
they
or
were-
fatheads.
that's a triple X.
A triple X.
Better not be.
Triple X. Okay, so go ahead, Willie. Dad joke.
No, this day in sports
Oh,
history.
I'm sorry, this day in
Yeah.
sports history.
So, 1919, my friend Babe Ruth was traded to the New York Yankees on this day.
From the
God,
Sox.
terrible trade.
In 1943, the NFL championship at Wrigley Field, the Chicago Bears beat the Redskins
73-0.
41 to 21.
Different game.
It was the Bears' 6th title.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
incredible. That's Sean Connery? No, that's not Sean Connery.
It sounded like
you're getting
It's like
there
Wilford Brimley.
on acid. 1991, Chuck Noll retires from the Steelers after 23 years of coaching.
And then they're on their only 3rd coach in
Coach.
87 years.
Right.
Noel,
Noel.
Cowher, and Tomlin.
Yep.
That's incredible. That really is.
That is
And
incredible.
they were all pretty successful, too. It's nuts.
I got a couple birthdays for you, too. You want to guess their age.
Okay.
So, today, Ozzie Smith.
64.
Ozzie Smith. Okay, hold on one second. He came up in 78, so he's probably like 21. I don't know how many years that's been.
50. That's 50 years.
69, dude.
So 71 he'd be if you think if that's
No,
right.
he came up in 78.
So he'd be 20.
You're going with
So
69?
that's what 52. That's 43 years.
okay.
So he's 64.
That's what I said.
67.
Oh, so he come up late
18.
then.
Born in 1954.
That was a good one. We are all close.
Yeah.
And the other one I've got Carlton Fisk.
Carlton.
He came up in 1970 or 69 because he's on that card with Cecil Cooper.
Hold on.
70.
So that's 50 years right off the
I'm going to
bat.
say 78.
73.
81.
We'll go for it.
68.
74.
Who said
I said 73.
70.
I said 78.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams.
I was close because
his birthday was yesterday.
I remember that
His
baseball
what?
that 70
Birthday was
tops.
yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
sure was.
interesting.
No, it was on the 24th.
Oh, I thought it was yesterday.
Whose was?
What a fan you are.
I tried.
24th.
Do you guys want to know what starts in, well, less than 2 months?
The Olympics?
No, it's
Nope.
pitchers and catchers report on the 18th.
Yep. And 25th is our first baseball games. Twins and Tigers play 2 college teams.
What about
We'll see at the rate baseball's going here.
with the lockout?
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
what about the holiday hoopla?
Oh, tomorrow.
Yep.
Should be fun.
Oh, when are we going?
Tomorrow?
I'm going tomorrow at noon.
Is that
For
tomorrow
a,
at noon?
For a girls' game, yeah.
I'm going to be in Beloit tomorrow. I can
But
go.
tomorrow night, 7:45, will be the game.
Yeah.
Bradford plays St. Joe's boys.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let me know.
Who do you think's going to win that one?
Bradford, St. Joe's?
Bradford.
I think St. Joe's plays. I think St. Joe's is like Harvard.
What?
They're just gonna. I think they're gonna be more organized than
Methodical?
Bradford. Yep.
Oh.
They didn't do too bad against Central's better. They didn't play terrible against Central. Beat them.
Yeah, I didn't see the
They
game.
didn't play bad against Central. They got beat.
You
But
going?
Yeah.
You going to be there? Tomorrow?
he's going tomorrow
Yeah,
for
I-
noon for sure.
I plan on being there 3 days out of the 4 for the whole
Are
entire
you going to be
time.
for that night game tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow's one of
Yeah,
my days.
I'll come out for that.
Obviously, Maddie plays at noon.
Yeah, I'll do Tuesday. I'll do Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I think I'll skip Wednesday.
Me too. I'm skipping Wednesday. Case
Yeah, I wanna
Central is the game of the week.
That's what I want to see.
There's 2 guards for Case that are fast as lightning. And they got
Amari Jenkins. He'll have.
Jay said they were dunking off the backboard and stuff against
When
IT.
we played,
and
when they
stuff.
played,
I can't wait.
When
I know.
they played
Central's
us,
good. Don't get me wrong.
they stole the ball from us. Dude flipped it under Andrew. Dude went right off the glass. Dude, one-handed, right in.
It was like watching the NBA All-Star game. That was crazy.
Listen, don't take this the wrong way, but you never know with the Racine schools who's going to be good from year to year.
Yep.
Because the transiency that they have, as well as
Their bums?
prairie pulling players.
Sorry.
Did you just see all the riot stuff come out? There's a lot of people getting arrested.
Yeah.
Prairie and St. Cat's are pulling players out of the cities left and right.
Yeah.
And then between Park, Horlick, and Case, you never know who's going to be left over. So it happens to be Case this year.
Case is good.
They're projected to be first in conference.
Yeah.
They're like Kentucky.
Is Central Division 2 or 1?
2.
2.
Yeah.
So these teams are like Kentucky, where they get 5 number 1 draft picks, and they might not make it through
Well,
the year, and then they're gone. The next year.
There's open enrollment, or there's no residency issues with in Racine at all. Because Racine and Milwaukee were all part of Governor Walker's. Let's open it up and let you go wherever you want with vouchers.
Because they had low test scores or something.
Yeah, the voucher system's in play.
I'm against that
They
too.
go to any school they want. They're going to take like $7,000 with them wherever they go.
Is that how Franklin does it in football?
No, Franklin wouldn't be involved in that.
Central does that now.
Franklin Oak Creek. That's not funny. Franklin Oak Creek are always good, it seems, because...
Wink if I'm not lying.
I'm not lying.
Nobody can see you wink. You can
Knock
wink.
it off. Knock it off.
Looks like he's having a seizure over there.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That's a flutter. Oh, my God, he's fluttering.
Are we playing drug dealer? You know?
With Joe. I'm sorry I missed their boathouse
50th.
experience.
You come out and have a drink. I thought you were going to come out.
No, we had a game in, where were we? Like Germantown. Listen to this. They actually had us playing a game. It started at 9:20 at night.
Oh, that's
in
why you texted
AAU.
me that.
9:20 at night
Was that
when we
Parker?
started. Yeah. I coached the 8th grade team and stuff, and our games were at like 6:20, 7:40, and then like 9:20.
How'd you guys do?
We ended up winning that tournament, but we didn't get home until after midnight, or 11:30ish. It was awful.
That was
awful.
deer season for me. I remember I was out.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't have missed that otherwise.
Any more dates in history?
No, but I got the dad jokes if you want them.
Give us a couple. And then you got something for us too, right?
Oh, I get all kinds of crap I write down.
Okay. Let's go with Ed.
I was
now.
on the
I've
toilet
taken
a lot.
enough of this time here.
No, go ahead. Give us some dad jokes.
All right, here you go.
Lighten the mood.
Why do you need a jeweler on New Year's Eve?
Oh.
To ring in the new year.
Ring jeweler. Get it?
What happened to the man who shoplifted a calendar on New Year's Eve?
I don't know.
Willie.
He got 12 months. What did the ghost say on January 1st?
Happy Boo Year.
You got it. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, there you go. We got a winner.
Somebody's dumb enough to get these jokes.
What is Korn's favorite holiday? Korn's favorite holiday.
The band?
It could be with a band.
Corns. Is it spelled with a K, corn?
No, it's just C.
What's Corn's favorite holiday?
Boxer Day? No.
Poppy New Year.
New Year's Day.
Close. That was close.
Oh,
Wah, wah, wah.
Terrible, huh? Let me see if I can find a better one. Where can you find comedians on New Year's Eve?
It ain't in this circle.
S.A. Joe's because y'all open and roll there. Or at Central, I'm sorry. At Central.
Dave Chappelle's going there.
Social studies going to be a laugh.
Was that Bill Burr's teaching math?
He goes, why did I come here tonight? Use. The answer is waiting for the punchline.
I forget what the question was.
Okay.
Oh, wait, what is? We're playing Jeopardy dad jokes now.
Where can you find comedians on New Year's Eve?
Waiting for the punchline.
That's a good one.
Not in this circle.
It's like Groundhog Day.
Not in this circle.
My friend asked me where I see myself in the new year.
Yeah.
How would I know? I don't have 2021 vision.
2022.
2022.
Outdated, Willie.
Update
Hey,
your
give me a Dallas update. Actually,
42-7.
Yeah.
They
That's all I got for you.
They just scored a touchdown in the locker room.
Elliott had a 50-yard touchdown run.
You're making that up.
Okay, so what do you got for us, Ed?
I was looking on Twitter today, and they've been talking about the Lakers because it's always the Lakers, whatever. And I seen a tweet that was like, Westbrook gone need therapist after this year. They always say gone or they don't say going to. And the first 10 responses like, you can't joke about needing a therapist. It's like people have no sense of humor anymore. It was like, It was kind of. I'm guessing it was a kind of about it's tough playing for the Lakers and being around LeBron and all the problems and everything. But I was like waiting for something, and everybody's like, "Man, you can't joke about needing a therapist. That's like mental health, man." Okay,
that's Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's Brandon. Wow.
I got one more joke. This is a political one. Petey will like this one.
Oh, great.
I'm waiting for the day when this whole Biden thing is exposed as Andy Kaufman's greatest act of performance art gone sideways. Remember how he was like faking his death?
Yeah.
He always had some crazy thing going on. And Kamala is really Jerry the King Lawler. You remember those things?
I do.
Back like in 1981 or something.
Yeah.
See, for the young kids, they won't understand these jokes, but... So Andy Kaufman was this old comedian. He was funnier than us in this circle.
Taxi.
Yeah, Taxi, and yeah, he was locked up.
I have a question.
But he used to fake all these stupid things. He'd fake like he was in a fight on Letterman with Jerry the King Lawler, or there's a big rumor he faked his death because he would always make up these stupid, weird jokes. And
so have we figured out that the White House has worse call screeners than radio stations this week? Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
The guy on the phone with the president asking questions. This is supposed to be some guy goes, "Hey, let's go, Brandon." And the president goes, "Yep, let's go, Brandon."
I've seen that.
How do you screen that through and not hit the dump button or something?
Well, and he was very cordial too. He was like, "Well, Merry Christmas, Mr. President. Let's go, Brandon." And he goes, "Let's go, Brandon." And Jill Biden goes, you could just see it. She didn't smack her face, but you could see it. She was like, "Son of a bitch."
Yeah. So I'm
he's like,
I'm making more of the screening thing than.
And he's like, "Well, more people."
We let Sean call in anytime he wants. So
What'd Jeff say? What do you call?
Lasco's on here.
Lasco's a
shit.
joke. What do you call 50 female pigs and 50 male deer? 100 sows and bucks. I'm back, baby. Good old Lasco.
I think Lasco. I went past Starlight earlier. I swear that was his truck out there.
He's there telling jokes from there.
Yeah, probably.
So, Pete, you got anything? Any other tidbits from the week of sport? We can go back around, but anything you got, Petey? Anything?
yeah, has hockey started yet?
It's on a break till tomorrow now.
Oh, is it?
Until Tuesday.
Restarted. I see.
Tuesday. Yeah.
Yeah, they're COVIDed out, aren't they?
Yeah.
Too?
Yeah.
It's another one.
I was sitting.
I know. Now on next Saturday, Blues Wild at Target Field for the Winter Classic. First time it's being played at night, 6 p.m. start.
Hopefully, they have enough cold up there. It hasn't been.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean,
They've
they're
played
getting
it-
snow right now.
They've
up
played
there.
it in L.A. before. The Stadium Series.
Well, they did play in L.A. for the
They played in
yeah.
L.A.
Yeah.
I think
Well, LA's got movie magic. That's why it works.
they played on Lake Tahoe last year.
Green screen.
Yeah.
So how many of the bowl games are losing at least like one of their participants where they're trying to bring in another team?
There was
last
2
minute?
canceled today.
Because I know
Really?
Rutgers got added in, and Bielema wanted to get Illinois in, and they basically told him no, thank you.
He's not very liked, is he?
Doesn't seem
They
like
went
it.
like off of like some APR or something like that. Something to do with your grades. If they had better
No,
grades.
it had to do with your strength of schedule.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
RPI.
The
I think it's
SOS.
called.
No, it wasn't RPI. It was something else. I read. I thought it had to do something. They were trying because both these schools had the same
Rutgers
record, but
and
Rutgers
Illinois.
beat Illinois. But then they went with something I thought had to do with
RTI.
their
I don't know. Something like that.
grades or
I
something.
mean, these guys.
Could be wrong.
What are they? 4-11. Some of these teams or something now. In
They
there?
were 6 and 7. Both
Yeah,
these
they
teams.
didn't have a winning record, and they weren't bowl eligible. But because other teams are bailing, so you and I must have read the same article or saw it together.
Yeah,
but
something.
So the reason for bailing, I'm guessing, is COVID,
COVID. Yeah.
or the Bulls aren't going to make money.
No, it's COVID. It's COVID.
Because they don't. They
Not enough
get,
players
they
will
get
play.
a kickback, don't they, on these bowl games?
Yeah, the teams
Virginia's
that go
getting knocked out.
get a few bucks. Yeah. That's the funny thing. We didn't talk about this last week. The Final Four, what they're doing with them.
Oh.
So Michigan is playing
Georgia.
Georgia, and Alabama's playing
Georgia.
Ohio State. No,
Georgia.
who's Alabama playing?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, yeah.
So if one of those teams get COVID,
They're done.
the other team wins automatically. If all 3 get COVID, 3 out of 4 get COVID, the ones that don't get sick win it. No game being played.
They don't make money that way.
And they do have
Yeah,
it where
that
they
ain't
can push it to the 14th if they have to.
Well, I saw
Petey, do you think that's happening? Is there even a 0% chance that's happening?
I know it's not happening for Alabama, but you know why? Because he had a COVID party before the season started to get this shit out of the way.
Good for him.
So Saban for sure is going to have Alabama playing.
He had all his players make it out. You got COVID, kiss him.
They had a
right
COVID
now,
party.
Kiss him.
They did.
Everybody lick this toilet seat.
They had a COVID party, and mind you,
her name is Sam.
he's the coach who got over COVID in like 4 days. He got
because
cleared.
he was tested every 2 hours.
He got cleared.
It's because he's had it. When he had the party.
He got tested rectally. That's the best way. Rectally is the best way to get tested.
Alabama's got an advantage too
I think
because they're
somebody's taking advantage of you.
well, they're a Southern team.
That's not a thing. Ed keeps testing me that way. That's how Ed tested me before the show.
Well, and you got to figure Southern teams have an advantage right now because they're getting more sunlight. They're getting. They're more protected than Northern teams who are sitting inside.
Oh, how isolated are these guys? Aren't they just sitting in a bubble someplace just waiting for the game?
I doubt it.
I'm sure if I got one of the top 4 teams,
they ain't leaving.
You're staying. You're going from practice to your
the
dorms,
dorm,
and
yeah.
you're getting on a plane. We're going to the game. That's all we're doing. Michigan,
They flew down yesterday.
They're all getting their boosters together. The whole team is getting boosters.
When's the team? When's the
They're down
game?
there.
When's the game?
Next Friday.
It's the first.
Yeah. No, Christmas Eve. Oh, New Year's
The
Eve.
30th.
And they're not doing any.
31st.
They're not doing
Yeah.
any COVID testing as of today.
Yeah,
None.
of course they're not.
You're all clear.
None.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Who
I don't know.
cares? These kids are going to get sick from it anyways if they do get it. How many kids have gotten sick? Even I don't even know. Like no, I'm saying like NCAA players.
I don't know if they got sick, but they've been tested. But
Yeah, I mean I don't know. Are they
It manifests in different people.
right? It might
differently, so-
it might come down 10 years down the road, and the
Might
guy's
have
got a
a
heart
headache.
problem from it, or who knows? We don't
Well,
know.
according to Aaron Rodgers, it could cause sterility. Sterility.
Which one? The vaccine or the COVID?
Well, he was doing his own research, so I really wasn't sure.
Possible.
Dr.
We don't know.
Rogers.
We didn't create this bioweapon. We don't know what it's going to do here. I mean,
No,
you
it's
never
a
know.
bioweapon, huh?
It is for sure.
have you seen his girlfriend? I want to be sterile too.
Yeah, I agree.
Ba-dum-bum.
I'm not that impressed. I mean, he's a $50 million man.
Well, he looks like a bum now, so I don't know.
He is greasy.
Her
as shit.
friends are probably saying, oh, "What are you doing with this guy? He's kind of creepy."
Yeah, it's like, dude, Brad Pitt's out there. He doesn't even brush his teeth. Why don't you take him?
I realize he looks like the guy in the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi?
No, the other guy. I can't remember his name. But I looked him up last night. I'm like, holy crap. That's Rogers.
John Goodman.
I'll find it
what
now.
I look like now.
You look
Give me
like
back.
Norm.
Give me back them chocolates.
You look like that guy from Cheers.
Me?
Yeah, not Norm, the other guy.
The
Cliff
mailman?
Clavin?
No, the one with the glasses. Paul.
Oh, the guy in the background, way
Yeah,
in the back.
Paul.
Yeah. He's always just like, ha ha. That's all he does.
He wants to be like
Yeah.
somebody. Sort of like that shirt.
Peter Stomare.
Is it?
Him.
Oh, yeah,
Little
that's
bit,
kind of look
yeah.
like him.
Yeah, a little bit. Eyes. Yep.
Gee, I don't know.
Show it to the camera
guy's
so they
better.
don't think
That
we're
guy's-
crazy.
I gotta
That
say,
guy's-
zoom in on that, will you?
That guy's way better looking than me.
So John Lynn's back in town for the hoopla. He flew back.
Yeah.
He's running it again.
They were out golfing or something, weren't they? Out west.
He's in Florida. He lives in Florida now.
Like the
Oh.
Keys or somewhere.
He lives in like Cape Coral.
I know. Friend of the
believe.
show, Don Reese, flew down and golfed with him
He was
last
golfing,
week.
yeah.
And I'm not even on
Reese.
social media.
Yeah, I saw him.
So there was a re-sighting, huh?
Yeah, that's what we hear.
I haven't seen that guy in
It was a drone sighting.
3 years, I would say.
At least.
I've seen DL twice the last couple of weeks. He goes, well, we're going to go watch a game.
DL. Oh yeah, he's a Michigan fan.
Michigan
huh?
guy, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, DL.
I thought of something this morning. Just about everybody culturally appropriates Christmas, and nobody complains about it. None of us are like Christian, like that.
Speak for yourself.
No, I'm saying, like,
What's your point?
no, but nobody complains about everybody culturally appropriating Christmas, but they complain about, if you culturally appropriate a dance on TikTok. It's like, didn't you ever see TikTok? They dance all the time, and they'll be like,
Petey's on TikTok.
The kids always want me to do that backward skip thing, and I keep telling them no.
oh, that looks cool, too.
His what do you call it? His tagline? What your username? What's it called, Jace? Your ID, user ID. What's it called?
What?
On TikTok, what's it called your handle?
Username?
Username is Fiery Red 47. That's where you find Petey.
Red little glove.
Red little glove.
Little red glove.
Little red glove.
I got it back, by the way. So
I know.
very happy.
Friend of the show, Tim
Cox.
Yeah, I gave it back.
Cox.
Timmy C.
That's really his name, Tim Cox. When I make jokes.
Still laughable though.
Yeah.
Don't forget Paulie.
Paulie.
He was elected in the Softball Hall of Fame. Was that last
Yeah,
year?
professional hitter.
Which one, Paulie?
Paulie, yeah.
He hit about 750.
Yeah, he could hit.
Him and Goon roll him.
Yeah, I think they both got in.
Yeah, he's a professional hitter. Paul, or is. He still plays. Over 60 now, I think.
Like
Tim was telling me.
He's still hitting better than I was in my prime.
Who is?
Still faster, too, probably.
Oh, that's a low blow.
That is.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I don't care. One time I played third and Jerry Reeves just smoked one and it scared the bejesus out of me. Saw my life flash in front of my face. My other claim to fame was throwing a handful of dirt in Carmen Pleasy's face.
No, I thought it was Jeff Clark.
No, Jeff Clark attacked me because
Carmen Pleasy wasn't on a team. That was a lower. No, I wasn't.
I'm pretty sure
it was Carmen Pleasy. No, it wasn't Carmen.
We were at Anderson 2.
No, Anderson 1.
Oh yeah, you're right. Anderson won.
Greatest comeback in Rotary history.
I don't even know what team we were back then.
And it was T's 2 we beat. Ron Schuler was on that team.
Yep.
Galvin was on the team.
Yeah,
Jeff. I don't think. Pleasy wasn't on that team. Nah,
I
Pleasy
swear I
wasn't.
threw it at Pleasy, and I think Jeff.
Pleasy would have broken in half.
I think Clark was coming after me.
He was a monster.
When they realized it wasn't intentional, because it wasn't intentional, and I regret it still. But we went back.
Guys stood in the second, and Petey. Petey thought he was out, and they called him safe.
Yeah.
And Petey just took a handful of dirt, threw it between his leg because he was pissed at the call.
I
And
was
he hit the
no.
dude on second, right in the face.
No, I threw it at the ground, but I didn't let go, and I swung my arm underneath me and threw it directly. Like Scott
Hit
said,
the guy right in the
directly.
face.
Yeah. That was not good.
I can't remember where I was
Rocky
playing,
there,
but where I was
think,
playing,
too.
I saw it happen. I go, oh, that's not good.
I think Rocky was there, and he was.
He was always. Yeah.
Or was his little brother?
Rocky was pitching for him.
Or was his little brother on that team?
No, Rocky pitched for them.
TA was he there?
No, I don't think Tio might have been playing with like JB and them by then.
That happened. Rocky instantly made a call and had somebody start digging a ditch over behind the behind festival.
I've been looking over my shoulder since.
Just throw him in throw that redhead in a trunk and put him on behind the cement pile.
Luckily, Scott Olson looks a lot like me. Hey, his son made all city football, I think. Or
all conference. Yeah, Nathan Olson.
He was in the paper today. It was nice.
Yeah. Now he's a daughter that's like 3, so maybe in 18 years, maybe she'll be on conference.
Hey,
yeah, we can go to
Grandpa
Dad. He can go to her games at Carthage.
Yeah.
Sean,
when
you
we're
can tell
70.
Scott it's free. Everybody here gets ripped one way or another.
Sean Oles, he's Grandpa Daddy. That's his brother. Grandpa Daddy. He likes when I call him that. He laughs. He giggles.
Does it tickle?
Grandpa Daddy, huh?
Grandpa Daddy. I told him that should be his fantasy name. He don't like that.
No, can't imagine why.
Hey, you should be happy. He's still getting any. I mean, at our age. Oh, I'm glad.
We were talking about you chasing Amber around the house before the show.
Yeah,
right?
I can't catch her anymore. She holds up a mirror and I get reflected in my eyes. I can't see.
I don't know. Shows your mirror and goes, oh, no, I know he won't let catch me.
Are we still live?
Oh, yeah.
We're still live. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell how many viewers turned off?
No, we're still at the same 3.
Yeah, we got.
But you can't tell because the number, that's not right because other ones don't attach to that. So it might be extras. We don't know.
I can't see.
I don't know.
Hey, if you're still listening to us, just put a little something in.
It's probably 8
the message
instead of
for
3.
me.
Is there any other sports? Oh, I want to talk. I have some baseball stuff.
Oh, yeah, baseball stuff. Yep.
Showalter got hired by the Mets.
Good hire.
Yeah.
He's a retread.
I like him better. I like him better than LaRussa.
Drunk.
A's are supposedly going to hire Mark Kotze.
Yeah, I think he did get hired.
Yeah, it was coming up.
I think there's 8 managers that have Brewer ties.
Wow.
I think I read that last week.
What a tree.
And I heard a great rumor today, too, and it's probably from a couple weeks ago, but it was right before this, what do they call that thing? The lockout went into effect. So
yep.
When was that?
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks ago.
Beginning of December.
Did you guys, I don't know if you guys heard about this, the Cubs were in talks with the Padres to trade for Eric Hosmer. They were going to take on his contract, and they were going to send the rookie catcher Campusano back with him.
That's dumb.
So they're going to take on 3 years of his contract, get a top catching prospect because theirs are out now with Amaya's down for at least a year. And that's what they were going to bring back and take on all that extra money and a first baseman who's better than what they have right now. So to get a prospect and take that on. And I don't know what they were sending back, but it was mostly to clear space for the Padres to go out and get somebody like Rizzo or...
Well, let's cut to the chase. Where's Korea going to end up?
Probably the Yankees, wouldn't you think?
Story?
Probably the Yankees, don't you think?
I mean, could the Cubs go that route?
I would like to see it. I mean, but I don't think they're ready yet. I think they're a year away. They're kind of in that same situation. Can they win that division if they make a couple moves?
No, we beat this up.
Dodgers?
The last time I was in the podcast.
But they did pick up Stroman, and they got 3 starting pitchers that are legit right now. If they go and get one more pitcher, but they still need like a Castellanos.
They need a first baseman, need a third baseman. They need Bryant Rizzo back.
Yeah, somebody like that.
A couple outfielders.
Schwarber's getting highly pursued by the Phillies. They don't have a closer.
Yeah, so I mean they still got to build their bullpen.
Yeah, you don't need a closer. Their bullpen's strong. They got a strong young bullpen.
Yeah, their bullpen's solid, and minus out closer, they got a pretty solid bullpen. I believe.
Yeah, I mean, well, you never know. You get about 3 weeks into the season, and they collapse, and every team has that problem.
That's a good point.
But yeah, I thought that was an interesting thing that they're talking right now, taking on a whole bunch of contracts, adding older guys with big contracts, as long as they're sending prospects along with them.
Why? Because when they leave after the year, you get
they'll trade them or
get supplemental picks then.
Yeah,
right?
and then they're going to get something else for them. So it's a win-win for them. They're not planning on winning that division this year or next year probably, but who knows? I mean, you never know. That division's not super strong.
I don't think so.
You don't like that that move?
Well, I'm just not sure about Cincinnati right now.
No, I mean Cincinnati's selling right now. They're selling.
Are they? Because Jonathan India is pretty good.
They lost Miley to the Cubs. They lost Castellanos is going to be gone.
And then I think St. Louis is pretty decent. I think their pitching's coming around too. They got young guys coming up.
Yep. Libatore should be up by maybe sometime this year.
I think Lodolo's with Cincinnati, as is Green.
Nick Lodolo he's in Cincinnati.
And
Hunter Green's still a year away at least.
They're both throwing like 98,
100,
100, whatever. I don't know. Baseball's right around the corner, but
yeah, I mean, I just saw that rumor today, so it was something I thought I'd bring up. It was just interesting.
Yeah,
I'd never heard that. So they would take on 3 years and $60 million in a prospect, so the Padres could open up room to get like a Rizzo for a 1 or 2 year deal. So
could be interesting.
And who knows when this comes back? What's the NL going to have a DH then too?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So I think that that they should trade some teams from the AL to the NL. I would like to see Tampa Bay switch over to the NL, and then maybe give them like St. Louis or somebody that's got just abundance of money.
Give them the Brewers to the American League.
Again.
Oh, wait, that already happened. Yeah.
I'd like to see them reshape though the way baseball plays out based on salaries and salary money. Try to lump everybody in one half, kind of like what we do for fantasy football.
That's kind of that way now, though. The East and West Coasts, where all the money's spent.
But I say you put them all on one side, and then you leave all the other Pittsburghs and Milwaukees and Tampa Bays all together.
They actually in the National League, it is kind of that way.
Well, the West has a ton of money.
The Cubs spend money,
Giants,
but the 4 other
Dodgers,
teams. I mean, the Cardinals are a little.
Cardinals.
They're like kind of in between, but the Brewers, Pirates, and Reds don't spend any money.
Neither does Miami. Neither does. I mean, there's a bunch of teams.
And now in that division, then too, it's the same thing. You got Washington, who spends money at times, and then Atlanta doesn't spend any money. Miami doesn't spend any money, and it's all in the West mostly.
It is. It's
all
the
the West. Texas, even Houston.
Arizona doesn't spend money though. That's
No.
another one. They just trade away prospects. That
Yeah,
turn
I
out
can't
to be
figure
good
them
players.
out. They'll trade for a prospect and then trade away 2 other. They'll trade away Dansby Swanson for a
and pick the wrong
40-year-old reliever. Jesus. After you're trying to build your team back up. The White Sox were doing it for years too, though. They did it with Tatis, and they traded away tons of talent for no reason. So,
yeah,
enough baseball. It's a long ways off.
If we're off of baseball, what anybody see the numbers come back for NBA yesterday?
How were they?
I don't know. I'm just curious. I mean,
I guarantee they were low
for viewership.
I didn't watch anything.
Well, they're fighting with the NFL. That was dumb.
Well, the early games, the Bucks might have got a decent. Bucks and
They did.
Celtics might have got some.
Well, and a lot of people turned the Bucks off when they're down by 12, 14 points early. At least people that I talked to. And then all of a sudden the score was.
I had no interest in the other game. I mean, the Suns.
They won by 4, I think.
The Suns game was. I watched the end of the last couple minutes of that game. That game was decent. Suns, Golden State. Didn't have no interest in the Lakers game at all. Not one bit.
Yeah, that's a West Coast thing.
Yeah,
but that was right in the heart of football. So.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Do we want to talk about all the celebrities that died this year or something? Does anybody have a list or anything? Or are we going to wait for next time to do that?
Probably next time.
Yeah, because you never know if somebody might die this week. You don't want to miss somebody, and then we'll have to put them in posthumously.
It's like the Hall of Fame, Baseball Hall of Fame. So what was I asking you guys? Yeah, I don't know. Anything?
Yeah,
else?
why am I here today? Who we missing?
Just Eric's couldn't make it.
Was
so,
he out of town?
Yeah. He just got back from Madison
okay.
for Christmas, so he had stuff going on.
I wonder if he hit the brewery.
Yeah.
One barrel.
Yeah, really. Hey, quick question for you guys. When's the last time that the Atlanta Hawks played on Christmas Day?
Never.
It's happened.
1990 something.
Probably when Dominique was there, right?
Jace, do you sit in regularly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say 87. Any other guess? I guessed
Any other guesses?
89.
86.
Ding, 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 ding. 89.
It was like you said,
They beat the Cavaliers 115 to 104. The last two Hawks players to tally 25-plus points in a Christmas game were Spud Webb in 1989 and Dominique in 87.
89, the rim was shorter for a year. I remember that. It was 9 feet. That's why Spud did so well. Christmas Day rules. Spud's here, lower the rim. Let him score 20.
Let's go. Make it look good.
Muggsy Bogues.
Spud Webb, Muggsy Bogues.
The viewership is still to come.
Is
the
it?
numbers
Okay.
haven't come back yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so they can charge money next
There was
year.
about 81 million.
We might have more viewers than them this week.
Yeah, we might.
We're right up there.
Yeah.
Sean just typed in ha 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 again. No, he didn't.
That's a good one, Petey. So anything else?
Where's our big surprise?
I'll get to you. I'll get to you
Oh,
after.
okay.
Petey was a
okay.
surprise, though.
Oh,
Petey was a surprise?
Ta-da!
Hey!
Oh, what a letdown.
Who's Petey? Where does this guy come
He
from?
wouldn't jump out of the cake like I asked him to.
He's not in the poster in the back.
Do you guys want to guess which Christmas Day what Christmas Day game has had the most viewers?
Sure.
It's in the past
The
20 years.
The Lakers against the Heat.
Yep.
Holy, pulled that one right out of my
2004
back
viewership was 13.18 million.
2004.
You gotta sit in that chair more
So
often.
was that?
Can't. My butt hurts because
that-
It would have been
it's freaking metal.
Kobe?
Oh, you need to sit in this chair then.
Lakers.
It's awful.
You
I
should
don't know
take
who's on
Jace out of that
Miami.
one.
You should sit in this chair. Jace's hands are way too soft.
We need a stand-up studio.
Yeah, no kidding. We need ones with like a walker or, like a
Elliptical.
elliptical.
We're sitting there walking on the thing and Ed's sitting there breathing heavily.
Oh.
What's going on?
We're burning calories and talking sports.
I turned it up the incline 1 degree.
I prefer one of those little bouncy balls that you have to sit on.
Oh, I got one of those at home. I can bring mine.
This guy's a teacher. You can tell.
Willie, what you doing?
He's a cool teacher that would sit on the floor Indian style.
Like a hippie?
Yeah.
With
like-
short shorts on.
burning sage in the room.
Yeah, what is that? His ukulele in the corner over there? I remember that when you were a math teacher.
It's essential oils, and it does happen.
Why is... Never mind. Never mind. Stop.
Stop.
You teach our youth. I can't make fun of that. Or
Yeah, what
you
happens if
guide
we-
our youth. You guide them.
Yeah, what happens if we get that? They're listening right now.
Yeah.
There's a good chance
all
on
two of
Spotify. On Spotify, they're listening.
Oh, those numbers don't show up?
No.
There could be a lot more.
There could be
listeners.
10,000 listeners right now. We don't
That
know.
guy from Germany or whatever?
Yeah.
Norway.
Slovakia?
Yeah, Norway it was. Yeah.
Norway.
Sven. We call him Sven.
Is that his name?
I don't know. No, I don't.
I wonder how the hell
Oh,
they
that
found
guy
you.
was awesome.
Yeah, he was cool. Micah, right? Micah?
I don't know. I don't think it was Micah.
You kidding me?
We should have wrote it down so we could get a hold of him.
We should have like a little logbook of
See
people.
if he's still alive after this whole.
Basement Benchwarmers International.
We got an international. Petey can speak gibberish. and-
Deutsch.
Deutsch.
Oh, I know.
I'll be
Deutsch.
speaking Polish. Jest gówna polska shit bratwurst. I don't know.
There goes
got
the two.
You got Italian down there?
Hmm?
You got the Italian down there?
No, I'm too busy watching this garbage.
Pizzeria.
I'm playing against defense is going to beat me tonight. That's awesome. So I'm sorry.
Fantasy, your 50-50 is now going to become 60-40.
Yeah, not good. Oh, maybe they're calling something here instead.
I just scored 140 points in fantasy.
I'm gonna score 140 and lose, so that's even better. So whatever. Okay, anyway.
I've had a few fantasies. I wish I scored once. Petey, you were in the second one.
Scott's lacking on the button pushing over there.
That's what she said.
There you go.
That might have been it.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
I'm catching up now. Okay. think that's it. What other one? Oh,
Yeah,
69.
I don't know. We got anything else, Dad?
No, I don't think I.
All right.
You guys want to do a good, bad, ugly?
No, not tonight.
No. You know what I did see, though? Mayor Lightfoot released a statement this week blaming unvaxxed guns as the reason all those fancy stores are being ransacked. Yeah.
Are they doing that again where they crash and grab?
I haven't seen it in the last couple weeks.
They've been doing it in California a lot, I think.
They've had it in Chicago, though, the other day when we were down there.
Yeah.
It happened that night when we were down for the Bears game. So what was that, 3 weeks ago? Yeah, so it's the unvaxxed guns, not the regular guns.
I'm glad we didn't go shopping after.
Or we should have.
Yeah. Pete, you gonna try one?
Yeah, he rolled jalapeno.
Does it need a jalapeno?
We already got some open here.
Jalapeno.
Do we? Is there a green one in there?
What are these?
Jalapeno.
Let's give me
These are bean boozled.
Those are them. Yeah.
You can touch it on mine.
I got ones for Christmas. They taste like it was something gross. What was it? Oh, beer. They taste like beer.
Oh, beer boozled.
Yeah, I'll have to bring them next time.
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell.
Petey, you wanna take a bite of the chip?
What?
The chip?
Wait, a chip?
No, the one chip challenge is sitting there.
We haven't done that
What the
yet.
hell is that?
It's you want to try it?
I don't know.
Super spicy. It looks
Do we have
like.
any more beer?
Yeah, warm beer sitting on the counter.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have to work. Am I the only one that's working tomorrow? You got to work.
I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. I got to get up at 5. Holy shit! He's red. Look at how red he turned.
Go grab a warm beer.
Oh, you already drank.
My
that
fridge
one.
is on the fritz, so that's why we have room. My fridge down here is full of our stuff from our upstairs
Dude, he
fridge.
was super red. That was awesome.
Good thing you didn't roll anything else.
People think we're joking around. We're eating all this hot shit. We're not. It's hot.
It's hot.
The poor toilet.
Oh my God. I don't know what else is going on today. I'm
Yeah,
trying to think of anything else. We covered a lot on a short show.
Why don't you guys try the hot chip now? Try one too.
No,
I already got heartburn.
not tonight.
What's in it?
It's really super hot. It's the thing. Look it up online. And
All the kids like them.
I'll look it up.
no. PDS, you've seen it. PDS to see what we're talking about. You've seen it.
Usually
I
do
haven't.
the flaming hot Cheetos with the hot sauce on them.
Did you guys go check out all the
this
displays,
is-
the light displays at all the houses and stuff?
This
Drive
says
around?
Reaper.
Yeah. We went looking around. Yep.
This says Reaper, so I'm out.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, that's hot.
Did you guys see the one over in Village Green over there? That one it has a radio
Look,
station
you could have
and
done this.
they got singing elves and stuff.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
There's one down by the lake on 7th Avenue like that.
Yep.
With the trees.
Yeah, and I think
Why
this.
would you do that
And
to
I think
yourself?
this one blows that one away.
Really?
I just went past that one.
I want to do my yard like that. I want to check out the cost and see what it costs. That'd be sweet.
Those
Hook it up
trees.
with
I
some-
think those trees are over $1,000.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I think so.
Where they wrap them all like in the.
No, they got the wires hanging down, and they're
It's
like LEDs. You can like program them.
Oh,
Yeah.
change colors. And
Oh, you'll
whatnot.
see. Like it looks like it's singing almost the tree. It's
That's
crazy. But yeah, there's one over here in Village Green. If you want to see it on your way out, it's right on the way here. I might drive by them.
Let me think about it.
You want to go with me, Petey?
Yeah, I'll follow you.
Yeah. I've already seen it a couple times. But
If you guys go hold hands.
Damn it. That's
Sit-
beautiful.
Slacking on the buttons again.
Not that one.
where's the one? That's what she said.
69.
Oh, now I think we're just playing with the buttons here.
He's a very strange young man.
He's an idiot. Comes from upbringing. His parents are probably idiots, too.
Lasco said Makita.
Makita.
I don't really get Lasco's joke.
Makita.
Stan Makita?
Oh, he says something about no Starlight was at my kid's hockey game. We'll have to email or call him this story. Got yelled at by Stan